Many people can be filibustering, breaking or making me to be senator. It's a myth. If Arsene Yakoda was criminal, Liverpool would never elect me. Many people can be filibustering, breaking or making me to be senator. It's a myth. If Arsene Yakoda was criminal, Liverpool would never elect me. If Arsene Yakoda had a bad repetition, they will not know upon my peers to elect me. First of all, my character and your support. So you should not use that opportunity to denigrate me and make me that little boy. I will later because the Liverpool respected me and they believe that I have quality of leadership in me. There's a reason why you later me. Look, what made me vex? If somebody is hungry, when we sitting down here, when you're about to fall down, then you took me and carry to your house, you gain food. When you eat, then you start discussing in the community, say, the men are working hard, I end up paying me to carry you to my house to eat. You are bad today, you are disgraced for life. Any good thing you do for someone that God will allow you, then you will be breaking over here. We all are made by God. Isn't it? So if we are human beings, so if for example, I am somewhere, is that a master you or you because you made it so to make you? Anita. No, hello. Lima people, they do what you did by electing me. Do not spoil it by Roman mongers. The good thing you did to make me a senator. Do my other people who protecting their job. People who protecting their job, they will come say negative thing to you about me. They will go and pay all the radio stations because they hear authority to make sure that nobody talk more about me. But God hearing about me, the native preachers, they're not empowered, they're not labeled government salary, they're listening. So then you can say, well, they think when they pay against me. You can never elect me person. But there are different way of leadership style. Either you will do bad to them, they will keep your heart and wear against it to pay you. The way you walk on, they will see you laughing with you, but in your heart, the one you die today. You know the leader you are? The leader you are going to be somebody who free money and the pay a man in effect. That's the only way you will know the problem. So there are so many ways. When you hear somebody come from the bush where they're running with call, my boy, come on here. The lead that person need rescue. Don't conclude where you just call in your hand, say, but the male just call and say, the color you have, the people that are chasing you, there are many, they call ISIS. So go to a rescue and call and say, what happened? Because when you shot me, you say, my people come from me. There are so many ways to live for peace. Who are the rightful people that make peace? The Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, Article 56. Suppose I use a WhatsApp position because it's not happening. Suppose to protect the thieves, the land provider, there will be election for town, clerk, and parliament chiefs. It will be re-elected. But they can be removed from power by court, conduct, and Ude. The president know you. Don't say superintendent. Don't say commissioner. I want to not prefer. But because when someone said that today have bad dreams, I said, thank you, I'm moving, I suspend you. When commissioner said that today, he said, I'm moving you because I'm not happy today. He has spoiled the law of the Republic and the result. The truth I am fair. They are fair. They can no more expect independent view. Don't say, but you don't know you need for the whole Monrovia. The local leaders enjoy your face. You can say you wrong because they will not depend on your salary. That's a concept today. But people be realistic to build this country and the country, you must be factual and be brave instead of authority. Who be authority? And you put them in Senator? I don't get it right. If I'm when you go on movie, and you don't feel any out, they want to do the right thing. What up? People who want government salary, trying to make the whole update. The same point in Nigeria. Who get a cover for his house so we lie, you can say the truth. You can't do nothing. Until the people respect the constitution and protect the chief, there will be no equality for the chiefs. So anytime you hear the chief one more, that makes sure that the person who is in a higher position is the one that gets the best. Whether you're wrong or you're not wrong, you get the best. I say no to authority that will kill you. Is that the way I want to be? No. Thank you. The issue when we talk, please, you speak your mind. Say the issue of Godfather. God the other fellow? No. Ọjọ́ wúlò sí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn jí sẹ́. Bọ́lá yóò fọ́. Allah. He only as a Godfather simply because he was senator. He was a warrior. He was a brave man. He never be afraid of any government. Allah. No. So, if you had a child in the house, for example, the child born yet, but you had a mother who was so, and the mother died. He had a child there. They say the child is our mother who pays up. She's on soul. When your daughter said, how you call? How you call? The person who did even if you born that child and your mom, so soon you born when they say, Mama, Allah, and you don't want to get up. Nobody force anybody. Nobody beat anybody. He said, Seiko will replace Prince Johnson. Were you allowed for Sokola to be distressing the public? No. The Kola do one thing. You people who will gather here or you will say on radio. Any of you today, brother, I'm a father tradition. You can say, I will come. Because my mom is still there. But you stay in because I'm a father. Besides that, you went to get up. I'm a return. You spell a two-way street. There's too much of scary thing. What part of you will protect you? I will not do it. I'm poor. I'm going to tell you. So, when you talk about golf, why? You want me to tell? That is what I said. I think you never said. You let someone else. When the vice president I think 1979 or 1978, something in between there. When he died, the first person that the government went together and need to be the vice president of that CM2. When they decided to make that CM2 vice president, Mary Robert, a bishop, she went to tower and told her you want to make a door. They told the country born to be vice president to you. I had to deny him and told Bishop Wonder to be vice president. When Daddy had over, he not kind of a zealot, that hard place. Yet, Tony for our referred as the father of the country. You know so? Moses Blah. Hello? Moses Blah became vice president, later became head of state of the world. He now became president. Huh? He was referred to Princess Yawa, godfather. You know so? Why would you say because Moses Blah born as a president, we should make him be a godfather? Because they had a fight dedication by law of a country as a senator. Allah, the senator is the one person. The two senators are the first government officials from our country. And then in the Senate, the representative time they came to say, also down. From there, when they go, either to the vice president or to go to the president. You can't be a referee and still not be a football player. You ever seen it before? No. You were cheap. When you should come on offer, who anyway? The reason why the law says no two person should come from, no five president and president should come from one country. You know the law there? Because when you are vice president, you no more country person, you are a nation. When you president, you no more country person, you are a nation. If I made a demarcation very clear, so for me, honesty. Come on, we can be two photo things. People look at the other one. When you refer to a boy guy today as a governor or loafer, you honor money a position. You study it, but you know intellectually 7 hours way. You tell it in the Liberian folder, Joseph Bagai is a loafer. So Liberian post should not look at you as a Liberian head of state, but you look at you as a faculty in local county. You do that, you faculty a person. Some of us see what we're talking about, but people are looking at because they want group of power. They want to seek offensive. It's wrong. The vice president is no more first of that country because he controls the nation. You're making the nation more popular. The people are trying to say, "Move paper, they let us show out." All the vice president are being like prayer. The Uno vice president come from Lima, and the Uno president federal and the friend in Lima country. Don't go politics. I have spent several years. They had to stop me. Some of all your looking our face and our tables are not power. Don't I won't talk to you. You don't really hate me yourself. But everybody is happy, my man. You know, man, I preach. So now you are talking like you can't stand anymore. So, in the end, we done. As a guy, Sipia. Papa na jega another man Samuel Gome Koga. Nyega yira what trouble. He want your Ghana be there. Me na no sia kera na ko won peke no bi. Ye ba we ma. Ade mi e ba su ge. Pe mo we ye kwa su ge ke. You don't know just in the way for that job here on them. But then the meal you have a car over the bonnet period, our bonnet period, you will okay. You don't want to. Yeah, but you know, me as said about one period, but when I go back and make it out, no, can they back for you by you pay one back and they don't really have to pay. One wire, come on, okay. You don't get to let alone now, what I'm never where a frame or let me ensure that you make it way back in that way. My yes, my carpet. One there, but my case. One lambda. 9 law. Go ahead and go toss. No tossing. Power and them again, not care. You can't go for the I was saying, I mean, Bogara, Fabio, near Poland, I bless here. I give a clear, Pogole, yeah. Then one, you make a better young so who Ni o fẹ́ wà nínú ẹ̀yẹ kẹ́ pàdé apẹ́ká wọn wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀dá màgẹ̀ kẹ́. Bí ká máa gẹ̀ wọ́n kẹ́kẹ́ lẹ́yìn sọ̀rọ̀ káàkiri kàmú kẹ́ bá yẹn mọ̀ kẹ́ ìwé zíwò ní ẹ̀rọ gẹ̀ rẹ̀. Sọ́nà àkẹ́kẹ́ mà ní ẹ̀ka rédíò àkẹ́kẹ́ kẹ́fẹ́ oyí dọ̀ ní àwọn wọ̀nyí ọ̀jẹ̀ náà wọ́n yọ ọgbẹ́ wá ètò tààlà bíbí. Ní ọ̀pẹ̀lẹ̀ náà pẹ̀ká wọ́n kẹ̀. Agbọ́nà wà lọ́tọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ lọ́kùn wà jẹ ẹgbà máa. Dọ́mọ ọ̀gá ẹ̀nẹ́kùn ẹ̀ lọ́rẹ̀ ìdẹ́rẹ́ kò fà bẹ́ẹ̀ dọ́là kéèké ní ẹyẹ kóra kókò ní ẹ̀mú ẹgbẹ́ ìdẹ́. Ẹ̀jí ló ń ṣe ẹ̀mí náà ní fún bọ́ọ̀sì. Dọ́mọ gẹ̀rẹ́ ńlá kẹ́ ọ̀pẹ̀lọ́ fẹ́ bò fẹ́jẹ pàṣẹ mọ́gà kàǹkùn kẹrẹ lẹ́kùn bí ẹ̀ká lọ́gà gẹ̀ bí ẹ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ ọmọ gẹ̀rẹ́ kẹ́. So wọ́n lè ka dàmọ́ fún ọ̀la lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó wáta yẹ̀ mọ́ sí ẹ̀ka alẹ́ zima tí a ní ọwé ní o tó kọ̀ wé mọ́ dẹ̀ ẹ̀ka pẹ́ká o jẹ tiẹ̀ bá má kó lè jẹ́ èso kẹ̀ ká kasi ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ ká yà hàn wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ọ̀gá mi bẹ̀rẹ̀ ká n bila sínú mọ́. So sí ẹ̀wọ̀n ọ̀gá alẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n máa jẹ́ ìbílẹ̀ ní ọ̀dọ́ yẹ dẹ́gà mọ́. O tu ọ̀rẹ́ yọ bọ́ ìwé ọ̀rọ̀ bá ọ̀rẹ́ ìgbò yẹ̀wò yìí ẹ̀yin wá mọ̀ tọ́ lọ́ọ̀ yìí bọ̀ ìgbò tọ́ kẹ̀lọ́ fúru rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ sàkà bọ̀mí rẹ̀ bọ̀mí tẹ́lẹ̀ sẹ́mi rẹ̀ bọ̀mí sí ẹ̀ ìdí ẹ̀dọ̀mí sí ìwé ọ̀rọ̀ bọ̀ wá gẹ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀bà àpẹẹrẹ kẹ̀mí rẹ̀ bá gẹ̀ tẹ̀bọ̀ yìí bọ̀mí sẹ́mi rẹ̀ sẹ́mi rẹ̀ kọ́ bá a sí. tó nà ń jẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ẹ̀nu wọ̀ nọ bànú fìwí báwo yóò fi wọ́ àwọn wọn ní bí ẹ bá dé. Dàbí àwọn ọkọ̀ ìtẹ́rẹ́ gbogbo fàbẹ́sẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀sùn ọ̀bẹ. Ẹ máa gẹ̀rẹ́ fún ọ̀nà gbogbo ẹ̀kẹ́ ẹ̀ka ọ̀hún. Tó ń ní àwọn èso ọ̀bẹ. Ń bọ̀ lọ́nà ọ̀bẹ. Ẹnu dé nínú ọ̀gẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ náà gẹ̀ ẹ̀fẹ́ gẹ̀ kánú tó yà gẹ̀ ẹ̀wọ̀n tó náà gẹ̀rẹ́ gẹ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀dọ́. Kálẹ̀ ká mọ̀ kálẹ̀ àsọ̀gbọ̀ tó kó mọ̀. Mi ka kɔrɔ ka wɔn pɛrɛ ne b'a ka wɔn ka ko ɛni ka ko pɛrɛ ɛnɛ han wɔn yɛ ko pɛrɛ pɛrɛ kɛyi o pɛrɛ na miɛrɛ o yɛrɛ na a ka yɛrɛ kɔ la ɛɛ wɔn ka n'o ne ka pɛrɛ sɛn dan bɛ ka se yɛ. Sùgbọ́n kọmíṣánná ẹwà àwòrán sáyidé sùgbọ́n ẹwà àwòrán náà kọ́ ọlọ́gbọ́n bẹ̀ yọ bí ẹ ní ẹ̀rọ ká kó yọ bí ẹ tẹ́ka ọ̀gá àkẹ́ yín lọ. Ní ẹ̀ka tó because kẹba àdébà wọ́n lọ kẹ́ ó lè wọ̀gà dọ̀ ó lè mí ìsàyìn mọ̀ nínú àká máa yẹ gáwọ̀ yẹ́wà mí ìsàmì àìkú ọ́ ó lè kí bọ̀ pẹ́sẹ̀dẹ̀ bíi kẹlẹ̀ mí ẹ̀kẹ́ wọ́n àkẹ́ kó náà ká gbà ẹ̀ pẹ́sẹ̀dẹ̀ àgbẹ̀ mí ẹ̀ka àbó pẹ́tọ́ ọ̀gẹ̀ rẹ̀ lẹ́bàgẹ́ minister lẹ́bàgẹ́ subitẹ́rẹ̀ now good thing you na support it. The intimidation of our teams is getting too much. It's getting too much. How many players over the getting and you intimidate them with power? You get car, the China get car. You get motorbike, the China get motorbike. And you can say that's something going today. When America can say you are suspended, it's wrong. Numa Kante, in order to have peace, you will be truthful to each other. We are pretentious. We are not sincere to each other making peace. I told all of my staff, I said, anybody that see on the Facebook, I'm working in my office, that when you saw any leader, I will personate you. You understand? There are some leaders, they pay money so for people to go course. If I do it, I will be cursed. Can't do that. I alone, my statements alone, in more than 10,000 Facebook. On top of one time, you call the whole. Nalaga, you don't want to have a baby, but pay them, they will pay us February. There's a little guy who does not want to go as you. I agree. So, no, Nina, they can't want to go. I can't do it. I'm a favorable. My one favorable pace, one comment. And more than 15 to 20,000 you want me talking. So I beg you. All the things you talk about pre-nursing school, they say they not said it. It's a nature. Hello? You don't get lengthy, you can sell it? Huh? No. When they die, and you marry legally, who next in the family? Huh? Any child, one brother or guest that go to public and insult their parents, are they blessed? No. I don't have any. Then they say I should budget for that. I say no. Then they say, oh, you have to opinion while I listen what I do. Hello? I want you to listen to the syrup part. Are we together? Yes. As a man, love to please your wife. You know the reason why? Please don't get a balance from one by please don't need to tell my nephew. The mother and my father. So when you bring the home, I'm the father of Prince. Even though the two of them are classy, right? But when you marry a woman and a part of men, how can I go over opinion who belong to her? You're not disrespectful about in the Bible says no. But one thing I will tell you, is I will never say that for the children of people to call a woman and the party is not backing. The issue of the very one that because there is a training issue. I know I'm going too deep, but I'm appealing to you. The government told President say we want to provide the school, but we're getting 2.5 million. Eh? The President friend way that will go back, really go back. Eh? From down where they right? Huh? From back. You get Chelsea in America, you get University in America. Bring only before you die, you rot it. I told you say that the government, that school year, I'm able to force, I'm able to run it. That school suppressing me in the money, I can't even make it. Every month, 8,000 to pay the teacher to do all the work every month. What get that money for? Government giving me yearly 50,000. 50,000 if you divide by 12 months. You go to money up to it. You want to run a school for less than 5 months or 6 months to finish. The balance 6 months, where you get money from? Hello? So the result, you know, was really down because of the school. He called Dalagoma. So Dalagoma did not come soon. When he passed out, he called me. He never just called me around. The woman from Mela, the former superintendent wife, Joseph family wife, Marie. He got a letter to Marie from her and said, "Tell the Koga that Senator Joseph Masawa, he communication before he died." So when he told me, I will not let him go. But the school, I will not lie to you. I can't run it because the church in America here to build a branch in Liberia will buy it. The starting point, they said they will give 8 million. Hello? So, when men die, you want the children to suffer behind? Huh? What you make property for? Not for the children to survive? The legacy we're talking about. So, and they refer to as a head of the family in terms of making proper decisions for them not to suffer. I said the 2.5 million and 8 million is better. I'm not a fair one, say to you. And the government said they want to run the school a different thing. You understand? But to buy a preferred for all of them to our brother who from Nima Kante, and he will keep the pay at university, the CDP and all people will go to school there. The only thing the school will be for what about you there? The woman agree. Some of the children agree. The other few children, all the children are causing one person new on that document. The other man who talking, who was a first one, and not there. And 4 of the children you gotta need there. You get what? Bob Blue, Eddie, Bessie, Papa. Now 4 person there. Then your wife. A 5 person, right? Out of the 5, Bob Blue, Eddie, Bob Blue, or Bessie, Papa, and the mother they agree. And one person there. So who made decision? And when they make brave, because the family majority have decided. And the mother is the number 1 owner of the property. So I got to support it. You want the school to be over there, standing on the road there, you say, the legacy of nothing. But you standing on the road there, ground growing there, they sitting down, breaking down, the glasses there, they taking it, the air conditioner there, they taking it. You know what? You know who will say? Say who are a wicked man. He don't bring any place, he don't forget about bring any school. I got money to fill that school. I got money. So I'm not allowed to there. The way easy way is you sell it whatsoever, you look at the children one by one. Because it will be disgraceful, some people are staying alive, they bring any children going to pay somebody for money. No one say bring you got charge here, you got charge with the money. The government gave out 20,000 US to get the money. The thousand and those who are hardly over this. So, say the children will be. I want to tell you today, don't you hear? Who carry two. So I'm not going to run me, I put it in your face. When you want for to face it, we'll go inside and face it. That will be selling far. When you're not facing, I will not be selling far. I'm not allowed to hear. Traditional London, I'm a son, right? And I respect you as a vice president. I respect you. You are you be leader, you don't respect leader. But leader must be truthful. And I tell them the truth. When person can't be small, then they tell they look for somebody want to test out with vice president so that they think will be money. They pay already. Let me tell you something. As a senator of the country, as capable of telling the president, say, I can't run to them. And will listen. The president need me. I'm not lying to you. They don't want to respect. A senator is not only somebody can just look at or no. I can look at you as a president, another person will one way, you will not get my support. That's what you know, myself. Who can more support for the president than you? The president will take action. So I start right there. I swear. So the project that you want to take here, where is the project right there? This place? The school on the right? You can do. I will give the people my own mind. I'll get them 500 US. Yeah, not to know that Sarah told you that's how kind of tell thank you, right? And in that point, they go tell me right. When you let us say, you're not trying to tell thank you, and you're talking so, you're talking, when you do wrong talking. You do wrong talking, when I think the point, I will talk it. You can't stop me. You do wrong talking, everybody that tells our chief now. Starting from today, except too wrong. But when I hear in any kind of district that the people will move their chief, I will go to the president that I cannot work with the president because they are violating the constitution. It's the law. It's in the law. They don't talk about it. It's in the law. Not respect the law. What a better one. So, Mr. Goma, you approached me on the project, gave me $500 United States. Then the 25,000. No money, I will stay. fire divine. The other 4,000. I'm going to worry about calling a me. The other 4,000. The really big 4,000. The you.
And so, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from this time. We'd like to say welcome this evening to BKS TV and welcome to the Heat Hour program here on BKS TV. For the past 2 days, we haven't been here, but again, it's good being back. We are really, really grateful to all of you for being there while we are always here because of you. It's 29 minutes past 8 o'clock in Liberia, and today is the 12th of October, AD 2025. Now you listen to that recording lengthily on the show. You listen to it. I know you got something to say about it. We too got something to say about it, and all of you have something to say about it. So we will declare the lines open as we have our 1 and 2 cent on the issue. We declare the lines open for you to tell us what you think about the senator's statement. But when the senator was speaking, he made mention about the chief and elders of the county being used. Therefore, uh, the next time any chief is removed illegally, he personally will go to the president and let the president know that someone is disobeying the constitution. And after that, the chief and elder council too spoke with the media. We will also be playing that recording here this evening, and we're going to combine them to ask the question: what say you? Do you think what is happening currently in Nima can be resolved? If yes, how can that be resolved? We need recommendation, more recommendation. We've done the criticism, we've done it a lot, but I think the criticism isn't working. But how do we go about it? Again, let me welcome to the show our CEO, Mr. Alvin Sekas Jr., and the lone female here, Mana Lorena Docker. We call it Iron Lady. She's here tonight. Mana Lorena, good evening and welcome to the show. See you. How you doing?
Good, Chief. I'm doing good. It feels good to be back. To have our Heat Hour back on the show. Hopefully, we'll get all our panelists back here. I know some of them are traveling, and then stuff. But we look forward to getting back on the show. I listened to the recording. I know you asked a critical question there about will this be resolved? Does it look like something that's going to be resolved? And I don't know if I know you understand Mana very well, but the honorable man said something in Mana there that I caught. Got myself, I got Mana background. He said, "Me and my brother will fix this." If I can paraphrase that, I think he said that in Mana when he was speaking to the Mana people. So he himself answered the question. So toward the end, at the end of the day, the dust will settle. This agreement will be taken care of, and we'll be living in my country. I think it will be fixed at the end of the day. So yeah, welcome back, Sis Lorena.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. See you. Thank you, Chief.
How you doing this evening, Alma? What's on your mind? Let's start with what's on your mind before we go to the recording, and we can have it discussed lengthily.
So what's on my mind is something I talk about it on my page, but I would just like to talk about it here and then just get done with it. So on last Sunday, Mr. Edizana Cummings of the ANC had an interview on Spoon TV, and then after that interview, I think on Monday or Tuesday of the same week, the Ministry of Information doing a normal podcast. The deputy minister had a lot to say to Mr. Cummings, and then even the minister of information, like it was on a casual thing because the clothes he was wearing was around next year. Normally he dressed up doing that makeup interview. So he was discussing like what the Mr. Cummings drink to have said those things that he said, about the government and this and this and that. So in that discussion, there was Fatima, the lady who is with MCC, who were just um how you call designated as Deputy Minister for Urban Affairs to Internal Affairs. She was there, and then she said something in VAR. According to herself, it means dry leave. Say he took in dry leave. So when that particular talk was being discussed on Spoon, Mariah Yekula, who is also from the ANC, said the voice, because my said one listen, only the voice I heard. I didn't see the person, so I didn't even know who it was. But then Mariah said the voice sounded like Fatima's voice. Because of that saying, Fatima had a whole life on Wednesday, either Wednesday or Thursday or last week, to insult Mariah. I mean, as a woman in politics, I mean, insulting your fellow woman and even saying her parents born her and while they were married, they were not boyfriend and girlfriend, insinuating that Mariah was born out of wedlock. I mean, she said a lot describing Mariah, body shaming. I will not say those things that she said. It will be
Yeah.
that I'm
Yeah.
repeating the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just see it to be like people are doing too much. Because let's say, for example, in 2029, in the election, if there's a runoff between maybe the United Party and another political party, and ANC has to make a decision. These are some of the reasons why ANC will look at, the official will be looking at to say, no, we can't go that way, because you cannot be the winner. You continue to be angry up to 2 years, you stay angry. So I think that you nothing has changed. You can point those things out without insulting. And sadly for the Fatima, nothing has changed because she went to MCC and Mofa is very dirty. Dirty as Jefferson Koji left it. So nothing has changed. Technically, when they say something has not changed, it's truth. Because you don't have the face to fry in the all of changes. Because nothing has changed to where you are working. People like Amos Square, people, people, the electricity people can say something has changed because we can see the evidence. The citizens have been impacted. They can see the changes that have been made. How you call Minister Guinness? These are people that will say things have changed. The civil servant taking pay on time, they will say, yeah, things have changed because finance is doing that. But you can say that in your daily office, in your daily Morovia, and one Mr. Cummings to say something has changed, and because they didn't say that, you go to insult another woman. I think it was below the belt, especially so coming from America, went to school in America, did social work, that you should know personal space, you should respect personal space and boundaries. And she went into the guest space and insulting her. That was very unbecoming. I mean, people are doing too much. They need to drop their shoulders and do the work that they are asked to do, so that in 2029 we can have tangibles to show. We'll not be saying we'll do this, but we'll be saying we'll complete this or we'll improve this. Not to say, oh, we'll do this or we'll clean a certain. No, you're clean a certain now. And stop insulting people around here. So this is what on my mind. Fatima went below the belt as a social worker from the US. I expected her to know personal space and boundaries, but she jumped into the guest and personal space, into her boundaries, and cross it and scatter everything, which are very shameful for her as a woman.
Gino, before I come to what's on my mind there,
Mhm.
I think I have to buttress what our Iron Lady is saying. So it sounds more like a trend in this current government and the current regime, because there has been few people. I like the word used, angry winners. There have been few people who are up there, like the Minister of Information, like you said. I think he also did the same thing to Cummings. And there's another minister, Anthony Kessler, who has been on social media too, using, I mean, basically insulting. He had worked. One of my friends has it on his Facebook page. That's something that I can use here. Also insult. So one will think of it as to, I mean, why are these people this angry? If you won, you should be doing the job, and other people have all right to ask you. They should be. You are working for the people. You're serving the people, so they have a right to question you, ask you, and then you be the leader and answer without insulting, without being on Facebook, throwing out bad insulting things. So I have to agree with you on that. I think that's something that the leadership has to maybe talk to their cabinet ministers and people who are up there to know how to approach people. But I totally agree with you. I think I'm on your side when it comes to your stance on that issue. So, Gio, Hello, you doing something down there?
Thank you, CEO. We can hear you now. What's on your mind?
Okay. So the honorable Senator Koga said something about chiefs being
I, I hope you don't want to discuss on the Koga recording yet because we're coming to that.
no, not that. That's what's on my mind. He said something about I'm not going to discuss that for now. Just keeping it out. He said something about that. So if I think that's something we too as institution we need to look into and try to investigate, right? If that something is true and which we have no reason to believe that he's making that up, then we need to look into that on behalf of those elders who are allegedly being, removed illegally, to be able to find out why they are being removed and the reason behind that, because that's a big deal. That's a huge claim and allegation. That I think that's something that needs to be looked into details. But I think that's what's on my mind. Other than the fact that my team lost to District 4 yesterday, and we are regrouping to come back to let them know that soccer football will make in Booyah and we'll bounce back. We'll bounce back strong. I saw my brother Ernest, Prince, all the guys on the field yesterday celebrating. I felt like buying plane ticket to just fly out to Ganta yesterday and just show up and something. But I think we got a good chance. My team will come back, and I believe in my voice, and we'll do whatever it takes to get back. So that's what's on my mind today.
Thank you, CEO. So yesterday, after Senator Koga spoke, the journalist called the chief and elder council of NIMA coordinator, Mr. Melvin Duo, the
Mhm.
general coordinator for NIMA, and he also spoke with the media, and he has some things to say about what Senator Koga said yesterday. And then, upon Senator Koga's speech, the representative of Electoral District 5, Koto Quadri, took to a page and wrote something, which of course I deemed it necessary that we should read it on here because he's now in the space of leadership. And whatever our leaders does, we will hold him accountable for it. And we're going to read that piece of writing on this platform here today. Now, one of the reasons why this thing keep, intensifying is because of the followers, quote unquote, those that support politicians. People taking side, other people taking side, instead of them calling for the peace message, somebody will take side and later on call for peace. Now, how do you expect the other party to agree to the peace message that you are preaching when you have already taken side? So it's for me, I believe that this is getting actually out of hand, and we will have a discuss here lengthily tonight. On our quarter is watching the show. On our quarter, we're going to come on YouTube. Your representative will hit you very hard with the post you made. I don't want to say something about it yet, but I think we're coming to it. But Chris, my brother, welcome to the show. How you doing this evening? Let's hear you what's on your mind before we play the Chief and Elder Council.
Oh, thank you. Let me say good evening to the CEO and a good evening to St. Lorena and all our viewers and followers on Facebook in Radio Land. I have a few things that are on my mind that I don't want to, say. One have to do with the Deputy Minister for Information, Daniel Sano. I think President Walker needs to either suspend him for some times so he can be able to learn how to communicate with public. He has been very, very respectful to Liberians. I'm not going to say opposition, but the Liberians. He's been very, very respectful. He forget to know that they are paying him with Liberians' money, their taxpayer money they pay him with. Enough for an end of his what they call. Years ago, he said the former president had mosquito head. Now they respect to the nation. And again, he came recently on Kumi. I think he's going above. Besides that, on the other hand, he always come out with misinformation that he has no idea on. The issue in Lofaka, never President Bouaka Bay, don't know his presidential palace or what. He came out, he said, well, ECOWA, or the Money World Union was sponsoring that. Just yesterday, I think yesterday, the press secretary to the president, came out and said it was a government project. It wasn't my real new issue. So I think there's a need that the government, call out men to advise him, because you put the government in a situation and they come back to back. You're the same person who came up with the information on the yellow machine issue that was a gift from somebody else. Again, to the yellow machine issue, that's a gift. So you cannot be the minister of information when it depends on you, the public. Or the government depends on you to carry the proper information out there. If we keep bringing misinformation out to the public. And the next thing is what I saw in Johnsonville, where the motorcycle is.
Mm-hmm.
I condemn it. As a citizen, I condemn it. Of course, don't support people to steal people materials.
Oh, that's
allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, yeah. Yeah, so taking somebody's life for motorbike, I think I want to use this media to call on the Liberia National Police to use that video, everybody involved into that process, be arrested and be prosecuted. The thing that they by killing that young man, young people trying watching it, mocking that man with stick, right back on that man. I don't think it's necessary for our society.
Mm-hmm.
I think the government has to intervene and arrest everyone involved into that process. And the last one that I will talk about before, because this is a Kuga issue for now. The last thing is looking at the situation in Liberia. My kind of advice to the government, President Bouaka, the security, their need that he called on Gregory, the security provider, to have training and more top of that. The way the fathers got to your house there, you cannot do that. The young man went in door. He closed door. When you boss your door to find the man, kill the man in your room. It's not necessary. I think the president has to call those men to talk to them, because if not, they're going to spoil your government need. I will stop there for now.
Thank you, Grace. Before we play the Chief and Elder Council, let's recognize some of those that are following us on Facebook. Mr. Takpo Kwame is watching us from Ivory Coast. Takpo, how are you doing this evening? Honorable Koto Kwagri is watching us. I believe he's following from Monrovia or Ganta. Honorable Koto, welcome to the show. Mr. Adolphus Samson is also watching us this evening from Ganta City, Nima County. Danny Omar Moore is also watching us this evening. Madam Glendy Jones is also following us too as well. Welcome to the show. And those of you listening to us via radio on Voice of Tapeta and also Radio BKS in Butu Town, Nima County, would like to say welcome to the show. Now, before we go to the Chief and Elder Council recording, that more violent issue that took place in Johnsonville today, that was very, very uncalled for. I mean, very, very, very uncalled for. I don't know these kind of instances. Why would somebody stand on the scene and not call upon the police? We all know theft is a crime under our 1976 Penal Code of Liberia. It's a crime. Now, thankfully, you've done a citizen arrest on this person, turn the person over to the Regulatory Authority for the forward, movement. But you cannot take laws into your own hands. This is a first-degree murder. First-degree murder. And these people, their faces are shown in the video. The motorbike rider that ride over the guy, that lesson plates are also being captured within the video. So I believe the Liberia National Police needs to do something about it. These are instances where you call for an emergency press conference. Now when it has to do with politicians, then you go call for press conference. Now when it has to do with ministers, then you call for press conference. When it has to do with representatives, then you call for press conference. But a citizen's life was taken away today by his or her fellow citizen. And then there is no other report from the Liberia National Police. We all sitting and watching this kind of disturbing video online. This is uncalled for. In as much as I do not support any other behavior that links to someone going to steal, but I also strongly disagree with any other citizen taking away his fellow citizen life. This is really, really bad. It doesn't show any good image for us Liberians out there. It's bad. And I want to see a mass arrest tomorrow. Mass arrest of those that participated in this thing. The police really sit there, it's bad. This is bad. But again, we will say our own. We leave it with them to say their own, and that's it. But like I said yesterday, the Chief Elder Council Coordinator, the General Coordinator, Mr. Duo, spoke with the media, and this is what he has to say. After his recording, we will come to have our 1 cent on the issue. Stay tuned.
So folks, let's say good afternoon, good morning, good evening, as occasion. Welcome. This is Nema Online Television. We are coming to you live from Electoral District of 7, Nimba County. And we will be in conversation with the General Coordinator for Traditional in Nimba County, Mr. Melvin Bidado will speak to us this afternoon on our platform. And we are live on Radio Kekema and Nima TV here. So, good afternoon, sir. Welcome to Nima TV.
Yes, good evening to the people of Nima, good evening to the people of Do and Swahili, to everyone across the country.
Okay, so you attended the Peace and Reconciliation ceremony initiated by former Representative Duma. What do you make of this activity today? What do you saw today during the program?
Yes, it was so great. I highly appreciate Duma for the step he was taking in the district of bringing the people together. It's very good as a leaders, as we let the leaders, it's a credit. And you have credit the leaders to bring peace among the people, if it's all for people. So for him, not in power today, to think that my people they gave me a credit before that I should unite my people, although I have left the power and another person is in the position today, but I still need to bring my people back together so at least we can move our district forward in development, in peace, in making anything possible for our people to enjoy their district and their country alive.
So what was the message today during the reconciliation ceremony?
Oh yes, I think it was very clear, although I spoke the language for our people to understand because I'm a traditional man. So I will not be among my chiefs and elders, so I begin to speak the English. So that's will not look somehow good. So that's the reason that my message was given in a manner that. So people, we appreciate Duma, and I give few parallel to everyone, every leaders as a whole. So sometimes people will say some negative thing or some people will say some positive thing. You don't have to attack somebody's view or understanding or way of talking. So that's why everybody have the freedom to say what they want to say. But like me, our leader today, the senator of Nima County today, he was made by us. He was made by us traditionally, and everyone saw it. It was not in Henny, it was not behind the house. We made Senator Koga as our senator in this country. So now he's our leaders of this country. So any way, any kind of way that he want to use the power as we are already made him, it's an elected position. So he have the right.
So
we will always guide him to tell him this is why you should do, this is why we want you to do. So if Senator Koga can call us today, so-called elders that went moreover among the peace building program in Bakway, to say so-called elders that went to moreover to buy sympathy for somebody because they want the person, they want something from the person, or they are working the government. Yes, it really surprised up to date. So mostly surprising because at the time we were making you, we were not a so-called elders, chief, traditional leaders to buy sympathy from somebody. But today we are made you to become a leaders. You are calling all the so-called elders and chiefs that went to Moreover to buy sympathy from the vice president. We never went Moreover to buy sympathy.
So you mean you are disappointed in a remark?
Oh yes, I'm disappointed in the remark. But nothing else that you can do. As long as you are made somebody, you just need to give the person their chance to exercise their power in any way they want to exercise. But as far as concerned, Senator Koga is our leader. I will always respect him as a senator. Anything that you may, you cannot move from behind it. Except with the person, every person that you may want to distance his or herself from you, well then no problem, because we the same people that made you, where we stand to make you, is still with us, and we are still living in the country. And another time will come, you will still need us to make you. So that's the right to go ahead.
The senator said you guys are buyers, you are on payroll, you are protecting your job. You don't want to talk between your sons in a rightful way to be dismissed. What do you have to say about this?
No, as I told you, Senator Koga has been elected by us. He has more years. Senator Johnson have for now to 2032. And the 2032 is the 10 years of Senator Johnson. Senator Koga now enjoying, and he will enjoy it for more time. And knowing that you have to ask the people for your own tenure. So as we any somebody tenure, those who made you, if you can call them today are more public, so-called, well, that's it. That's what I say. Everybody have their way of same thing, the way they want to run their leadership.
But according to you, the senator said that you people went to Monrovia not to call the two parties to settle their dispute in-house, but you wanted to buy sympathy. What was the actual mission to Monrovia as chief justice?
We did not go for investigation, and there was no investigation. Let me tell you something today. Before calling for a party for investigation or for settling team or choosing a venue, neutral ground, that should be, it should base upon the gratitude of that complaint or the gratitude of the issue that you want to discuss, that you want to have investigation between.
Who lay complaint to you?
No one. That's just what I'm saying. There's nobody lay complaint. And we went because the senator position is the biggest error in the country. So being the errors in the country, he went on media, he had a press release that was not satisfactory to us, the elders, the traditional leaders of the country. That's why we went to him, directly to tell him that what you do, we don't want you to do it again, and it will not look good. As an elder in the country, senator, do not carry Nima matter on media. If anything happens, any leaders are wrong you or make you vex or feel bad, come to us, we will address the person and we will call upon the person. That's what we want to do, because we avoid problem. So when there's no problem, we cannot hold problem there. What should we call the vice president for case with Senator Koga? Senator Koga did not make complaint to anyone. Senator Koga did not tell the elders, the chief of Nimala, our vice president, my little brother, your son had done something to me, so I want your intervention for us to refuse or to not call them on a neutral ground. We went directly to Senator Johnson or Senator Koga alone.
Do you see this dissatisfaction between Koga and that of the vice president being settled?
There is no distance and there is no confusion and there is no misunderstanding. In my own understanding as media duo, I had not seen anything there, because Vice President Kun did not respond to Senator Koga saying on media.
Koga announced it publicly on the media.
And you guys went to turn to settle the matter.
We went to him, the Koga, being the elders of the county senator, for going on media, not consulting us, the chief elder that made him senator. He did not make himself senator. We made him senator. So he had to consult us or tell us something. That one, when we heard him on media, it not suitable for our country. That's how we went to him to tell him. But today, if he can come publicly and tell us, and he backed up. When we went there, he was true that Senator Koga apologized and gave her a token, a quota that he would never do shots again. If anything happened, he would come in the country. So we now went for investigation. You cannot hold case to where there is no case. So Vice President Kun don't have anything against Koga, and I know Koga don't have anything against Vice President Kun. So those who want to say case, you're going to this, who they take their side to Koga to say do this, he left with his leadership to run how he want to run his leadership ability within the country.
So you say the senator describing people as so-called elders and so-called chiefs of Nima County. What does that mean for your office as reputable people of the county?
These are the same so-called elder chief traditional leaders that made him senator today. You all saw what we did behind Senator Koga. You all saw the efforts and even the journey. Every one of us did not sleep. We did not rest. some of us were around for a good 7 days. We are even taking it back. We are even going to lock down and have a rest. Just to make Senator Koga a senator today, so the legacy of Senator Johnson cannot die down to say, oh, Senator Johnson suffered in the country and he did not end his term. So after election, 1 year period, 2 years, he passed out and he took the position for a home and gave it to another person or in another district. That's what we were fighting to do. And I did thank God, because if we could not do shots, if the vice president could not tell us, say, let Kerry Koga, people could look at it negatively. They're going to print the vice president of the country different, that he don't let the district of Koga or Senator Johnson from. The times, people will say it. That's how he talked to us, so that we can make him. And it's how we went ahead and made him as a senator. So if today you can come out to say what you say, as far as concerned, Nima always have one single leader where you have been when. So Johnson time, the Godfather position today, what people are saying, Godfather. We did not make Senator Koga, Senator replace Johnson to get Godfather title. No. Let's get that clear today. Absolutely, let's get it clear today. So Senator Johnson, title that was given to Senator Kun is to become senator and end his term. If he ended the rightful way, we will give his own term to him. If you look go ahead proceed rightfully after Senator Johnson term, we will make another decision, make another leader.
So finally, the senator also said you guys have been dismissing elders or traditional leaders in Nimba County. Whenever they go contrary, what do you have to say about this?
I cannot speak on that because it directly refers to the county administration and more especially the superintendent of the county. So I can't address to that. The county superintendent, the county administrative officer, the county higher officials, the one who he was referring to, whether the dismissed chief, whether the suspended chief, as for me, it's not in my capacity, so I cannot talk on it. I don't know about it. As far as concerned, our next Godfather, our director, our hero, our follower today, who will say today that goes and will go is the vice president of the Republic of Liberia, the son of Nimba County, Honorable Jeremiah Kpankun. That's how we know as
Now, you listen to that lengthily. I know everybody want to say one or two cents about the thing, but before we go to the whole discussion, I'm a bit confused about the way Liberia operate. This guy, Mr. Duo, he's an elder, but you see somebody more than his age being Minister of Youth and Sports in Liberia. Very contradicting, and somebody will say the law doesn't call for age. Why would you take the issue of youth and give it to an elder? Will the elder understand what the youth are going through? Do you expect the elder to know, the push that the youth are smoking is because of maybe heartbreak, or it's because of this, it's because of that? Do you expect the elders to know that? No. So the contradiction in our body politics in Liberia, for me, I get confused on a daily basis. You see the Minister of Youth and Sports, the Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports, the directors, all of them are so elderly people. But at that point in time, they refer to themselves as youth. Then you see another man coming up from the side who hasn't reached that level yet. The man called himself elder, and then we're operating with it. But out of what God was sent to say, I know this is not related to the discussion tonight. But Chris, I want to start with you. Then I will go to Madam Lorena, and then I will go to the CEO. Then myself. Why say you? You listen to the both recordings lengthily. I want you to lay the basic for us. Go ahead, Chief.
Thank you, Gino. It is sort of disappointing in our society to see Melvin Duogbedea, who was born in 80, 87 or 88, to refer to say our elder in Nimba. It's bad for me. Yeah. And it's a disgrace to our elders in Nimba to allow Melvin Duo, even my district, even the children I came from Do. Melvin Duo, a record. I don't want to doubt. Few times ago, this is the public information. Go to Tapeta. Mr. Bandu, if Mr. Bandu online, he can relate to that. This guy caused issue in Zlatan. He was banned not to part in any traditional activities in Nimba, where people when our father died in the process. Maybe do I'm challenging you to say not true. Mr. Bundy said, well, in Tabata, the buying not the practice any church activities in Liberia. Is the maybe do today? The maybe do beat on genuineness in Nima? Is it maybe do today? Are we serious in Nima? Are we serious? Somebody maybe do should be around any traditional activity in Nima where the two people laughing in that place, that the records are that the police interpreter, the boy police down for the business, the maybe do that makes me around any traditional activities in Nima or in Liberia. You know, Dion, what I'm seeing in Nima, we'll see the people think that we hate somebody. When maybe do a beat on our DNA for tapping the original way, we expected the government to serve that president to prosecute that guy. Where that case went, journalists who do your work, you beat on our man. You told the man who not part of our society, the poor society. You told that man to go in the people to put force in the bush, and the issue arrested. And to that case, Dada in Lima. Are we serious in that country? Or when someone supporting certain people in leadership, they get certain connections, certain government officials, they are untouchable in Lima. It is what they're telling us. Who appointed Mary Duo in the first place? When they say that Internal Affairs Minister President, humanly, the office of Mary was dissolved. Where Mary still functioning. So are they operating contrary to what the Internal Affairs Minister said? Because they were communicating sent to the country. That office of Mary Bedia, it was dissolved. Why is still functioning? Only the law, traditional, no coordinator, Nima. Do we have anything like that? When the Internal Affairs Minister said this police is they dissolve it, then Mary Dossier talking around today as traditional coordinator, someone who took up people living in Do district, that he was stopped not to practice traditional activities in Liberia. The Mary do today. Are we serious in Nima? But I would doubt to where he make this statement. Okay? When you talk about Senator Kuka, they respected Ella. Are he Ella? And I human being maybe a go who have tennis record to question Ella. Then look at this issue. It's critical. I don't think Senator Kuka still was very respectful. He was real. And for me, I'm that real. I let it be real. Every real the leaders, people think it different. Why Kuka said this? All of those errors today, they have been appointed by the government. You're protecting your job. You're not saying fact to leadership. It's real. How many errors in Nima be brave to say, oh, VP what you do is wrong? How many of them? You hear the statement of Mary Duo at the end that the only godfather we have in Nima that will follow is VP Kun. When they get the godfather share of Kun, when they don't know how Senator Joseph get a governor in Nima. You know that? Oh, yeah, count because the man for Nima is vice president, get a position. This is a godfather. When you do that, when you give that to him, and he said, oh, the elder make the cheese and elder make Senator Koga and Nima. That was the person that Joseph Bade. That was a play. So disgrace Senator Joseph Bade and Nima. The men are reveling the church. They put the men Bade center the time put Jubi on it because they want a position. That what Mary saying today to us. Prince Joseph want a referee. You put a man Bade center the time disgrace on camera because a premeditated was Senator because Senator. So that means you betray the people of Nima. If Mary will come on the land and say, oh, the elder men, the someone they never slept, they never take bath. That means the mental disgrace in the Joseph body. They let Johnson. The power of the woman body oil already jumping oil in the one flock. It was playing right. None of them confess and tell us. That one they were scared because I challenged you one time on my Facebook page. That I dare to go to my home in Zia to do that thing he did. Now you go to Zia and they stop them to go there. They say, Nakuka never went to run campaign Zia in Peru because they ever stopped them to go there. Their tradition, you can't do that. Yeah, and I dare they never go in Peru. No proof to anyone they were wrong. Is it the people we're talking about, serious people? Are we talking about however Dion? Koga remains the senator in Nima. Everything he says is not wrong. Say truth to leader. He ran Kuka saying that he not against VP. And I'm not saying issue into say into. But you will say the fact. So those guys want to bad sentiment of the VP that when someone talk behind there, they will take text message and keep the VP. They don't help him. Jamakun. I think Kuka don't hate Jamakun. He's very real. And that's me. That's my starter. And I was started for now.
Thank you, Chris. I mean, you were more focused on the chief elder coordinator, the general coordinator.
And let Chris do the mail.
Yeah, then you went to
yeah.
You know, one thing Chris said that I align with is the fact that people that are not supposed to be given the elder title are given the elder title. That makes me a little bit confused some way, somehow. But let's hear you, man, Lorena.
Before the beast is coming at me, I think let me share some light on that. I got different perspective on the whole elder title thing. The eldership, I don't think is about age, right? It is not about age. You don't have to be a certain age to say you are an elder. I think it's more about, reputation and what you bring to the table, your experience and things like that. So it's not, we should take the age part of it out. So Mr. Duo could be born in the 80s and still serve as an elder, as long as he's doing his work right. So I just wanted to shed light on that. So yeah, Sis Lorena, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I wanted to
I know Sis Lorena was coming, but I too got a different perspective of my CEO tonight, different one too. Yeah, I gotta get different perspective on the issue. I know that it's not about age, but we're looking at a global perspective. We know the age of child, we know the age of youth, we know the age of elder. So if quote unquote elders can enter certain place and then the youth get at that point in time, they will say, as a youth, you can't enter this place. The tradition, I must say, I get confused in our other area too. But I agree with the CEO that it doesn't call for age. But during that time, people were inspired to serve in this kind of position. Maybe a kid was born and from his behavior, the way he operates, the way he do things in the community, people look at it and say, yeah, you definitely an elder that, regenerated to this modern dispensation. We agree with that. But this come around where people will be politically appointed as elders, then I get confused. I get somehow, baffled and stuff like that. Elders getting more involved with politics than I guess skiers.
Yeah, that's a different topic. I was just trying to define the role of elder, but
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you 100%. I 100% agree with you. See you. But man, Lorena, let's hear you. I know you got so many things to say on this issue. Lay the basic for us.
We miss her for the past 2-3 days, so let her wish everything.
Yeah, and sorry, I really don't have much to say on this, but I will start. Even in a church, elders in church can be in the early 30s. In my church in Fargo, I have 2 of the elders that I'm older than, but they are still elders. So, and you hear the people saying traditional elder, they're not just saying ordinary elder. So you and myself who don't know anything about the traditional thing they're talking. Who are we to suggest who should be elder? Who should? Yeah, Chris.
No, go ahead. Don't.
Who shouldn't? No, you talk about traditional. Say I'm a traditional man. Yeah.
Yeah. So who shouldn't be elder? And the internal affair might have said something. Minister might have made a statement, and statements are not law. Only law have to go through the same channel it was made through to be repealed or amended. So, I'm sorry, I'm just hearing if he ever got involved into something that took away the lives of people. I want to say sorry to their families, and I also want to condemn that whatever it was. But equally so, if they say he's the traditional elder coordinator for NEMA, I don't have any stake to question that. And if you are born 1986, it means 39 years old. And so it means that he can become an elder, especially as a traditional elder. And you was talking about how he this person, it even gave him more power, So that's what I want to say about that. And then coming to the video of Senator Koga, I will have a lot to say because I listened to it from start to finish. But then I don't have a lot to say because on Saturday last week, not yesterday, the Saturday before the day the vice president returned, we had a little service at the house, Thanksgiving service, and after that, he said Senator Koga is his big brother. And you heard in that video, Senator Koga referring to him as his brother. So he said, Senator Koga is my big brother. If anyone wants to respond to Senator Koga, respond by making clarification on things that he's saying, but not to attack him. He said, the breeze will blow. Everything that's happening will happen. But one thing he's setting for is that people will always say for the sake of Nima. So there is no need to come between us to make it more, wider and deeper, than it should be. So because he said that, I don't have much to say. The elder coordinator has already said it. The fact that he referred to them as so-called elder and they were right there, he already, addressed that. So me as a person, I don't have much to say about Senator Koga's remark in that place. But I want to say, for one thing, I want to say is that Senator Koga lost the essence of that program. That was a reconciliation program for District 7 after the lawmaker, lost the election in 2023. And so if you were called, to reconcile, I think it should have used the situation of he and the vice president to say, I've been saying SYZ on the radio a few times, but I was with the vice president on Monday because he mentioned that he even said the vice president called him either that Saturday morning and we can talk. So I mean we're on the road to reconciliation. You should have given a message of peace. But a district that is already divided, the bitterness, the hate between the two camps, and then you go there as the only member of the caucus. I mean, needed to score point because I was also invited, but I didn't go because I had funeral yesterday in my maternal home. In Nima, Jekiba last night. So all the caucus members were invited, and for he be the only point to respond positively and attend, he needed to score political point. But saying you heard me saying this on the radio. But that morning the VP called me and we talk, and I told him I will call you back from where I'm coming from. So we are not enemy, he needed to give one peace. But if the message, I want to say the message almost took away the essence of the program. But thankfully, Roger Duma is somebody who is objective and he's somebody who stands by what he thinks. He came out to say to honorable, we as leaders, we should always set good example. You came to give us peace message, but you didn't give us peace message. So I would believe that, like he said, he and his brother will face it. The senator that what he said yesterday, with everything he said that in manner. And then VP Kun has said the man is his big brother. So the two people will face it. When they're facing it, I might not be there. There might not be any journalists. So I'm just thankful and grateful for the vice president for the level of Stalin. He's now they're responding back to your brother, and then because that's what people want to see. Somebody made a post and say, breaking news, I'm excited that Nima is totally divided. They will not have a say in 2029. That's what somebody, I think most of you saw that post, and people have been writing such a thing. So if just in case the VP comes out and just respond to his brother, the war will celebrate. I mean, the war Liberia will celebrate. That's what they want to see. So I just like how he's quiet about it. And your brother went to meet you on Monday. Who knows until the senator said it yesterday that he went to meet your brother on Monday. So for me, I don't really, that's what I would say to it. And we just pray that calm will return to Nima. I pray that VP could remain calm about it. The elders may not be able to resolve it because the elders are local by the center that they take inside. But both of them can be mature leaders enough, can can exercise that restraint for the county and reconcile it. But I don't have anything to say based on the advice by the vice president. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I had much to say, but I will say just a little. The reason I'm saying just a little is because the vice president talked with us, and according to him, we should always refer to Senator Koga as big brother to him, the vice president. I'm quoting Madam Lorena don't care. See you. Let's hear you.
Oh, I thought that you didn't want the vice president talk to us. So I said, my son told the vice president, but I know it, but you bypassing the channel, yo.
No.
No, for me, I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say because this is something that I'm very passionate about. Before I even say what I want to say, like the senator said, and I think Sis Lorena also said, at the end of the day, the dust will settle. At the end of the day, I believe they are brothers and they will settle their things. We are from Nimba County. You know, we will do our fighting here and there, but at the end of the day, we'll come together. That's one fact that is unchanged. That's one fact that you cannot argue upon. Now, that being said, I don't think the way the elders are proceeding, the way that whole elder thing is structured, they don't, from what I've seen, what I follow, I don't think they have the ability to settle between the two brothers. I think it would take the brothers themselves and the way in which they are proceeding from our VP side and also from the honorable senator side to be able to fix that. I think both of them can settle that, but that would be void of the elders. The elders, I don't know who's the actual leader of the elders. I don't know if it's Duo, Melvin Duo that spoke tonight, or
no.
If it's the other guy.
It was this Papi Robert Senior, but I don't know who is there now.
Okay. So because the reason I'm saying that the other one from the other elder from our district, I forgot his name. Mm-hmm. The other elder who spoke with radio Voice of Gompa about their trip to Monrovia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a lot he said there that contradicts what Melvin said tonight. You know, without going into too much detail, Melvin said there's nothing. They never went to Monrovia for any issue. But that other elder said they went for something. They went to go resolve the conflict between the two brothers. But Melvin is saying here that there's nothing. He doesn't know anything about anything. No one reported to them. He only went there. They only went there because they heard about Honorable Koga being on air and they didn't like it. So they went to him to tell him why you went on air. You didn't come to us. That was his reason for them going there. And I think you can't resolve issue when you are not stating the facts. You can't resolve issue when you are contradicting yourself. You tend to lose the moral ground to resolve any potential issue. Honorable Koga will have all right to be skeptical about them, about the way they are proceeding, and then vice versa. So I don't think they are able to do that. They need more, or maybe they need some type of revamping or reshuffling of the elders to be able to get that. But the current leadership they have there, I think that it sounds like they've already taken side, and you can't settle between people when you even on air. You talked about you hit the media. Koga was not supposed to come on media. The other elder from Booyah came on media and almost said the same thing that the other elder said. You know, went after one party, so it make the other person to think that, you know, these guys are taking side. So with all that, I don't think they have that ability to be able to settle what is going on between the two brothers. And I think it will be fixed by someone else, but not them. Now to everything that the honorable said at the reconciliation area there, I listened to all of it. You know, he made a lot of points there. and you can tell that there's this friction. No, he referred to as those that people that come and say choo 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 to go to the VP to gain some type of favor for jobs and stuff. He talked about it. And as Sis Lorena said, and I believe what she said, and I like that approach from the VP as far as being calm and not trying to respond to everything, because you got the followers on there. We're all on Facebook, right? We all see the messages, some of them, right? Some people are ready to go at war, to go fight. Some people have read a couple of messages. Some people want to talk. Some people, and then your leader is saying completely different thing, but you are trying to go fight. And you are in the government. You are leading not only NIMBA, but the entire country. And the international community is looking out of you. So you can't take fight with everybody, even if the senator is saying something that you are not happy with. Coming on social media and responding to him, I don't think that's a way to resolve that. My friend Brother Tar wrote something. He wrote a piece on Facebook, I think it was yesterday or today, cautioning the young people of Nima County, the youth. Basically, summarizing or paraphrasing what he said, he was appealing to them to not take side when it comes to this type of political fight, not to allow themselves to be used by politicians. Mind you, these politicians, they will talk. Like Honorable Koga said, he was just at his brother's house a few days ago. They talk in the back, they have conversation, they talk. And now to make it even more interesting, not regular politicians, but NIMBA politicians, right? We know how we do our thing in NIMBA. So if you allow yourself to come on here and then start going after Honorable Koga or going after whoever disagrees with the VP, then it makes it very, very hard. VP is the VP. He's our leader. And leaders are criticized. Every citizen has the right to criticize their leader constructively. So if you take it so personal that when they criticize the VP, it's almost like hitting a hammer on your head, then it becomes a problem. So I would want to add to what my brother Ty said about, the young people not being allowed to be used by politicians. And then negatively, spoiling yourself, as we were saying, like, bro, you spoil yourself. Then when time comes tomorrow, the people face that thing, then you get no straight face to go to the other person. So it is a lot, they'll keep shaking, but I still believe, as the Honorable said during the speech there, I still believe that they will fix this. They will go back at in the drawing board and fix this, and we all will get together, but we just have to be calm and respectfully. One thing that Koga said there, Honorable Koga said, and I kind of agree with him on that, is the fact that he gave a parable. He said, when someone is hungry and you give them food, and then the next thing you go out there, you start telling other people, oh, Ivan was hungry, or I didn't want to get Ivan food the last time you were hungry, right? The man was starving, I gave him food the last time. What make machine making fast. So if every day the only thing that people talk about, we make Koga, we make Koga, we make Koga, we make Koga. As a leader too, even though you help to make him, which is undeniable, that's the fact. The VP played a major role. Everybody did that. But if the stance is just he can't say anything, or he can't talk, he can't criticize, he can't be objective. When he fear is when he does that, people will come and say they made him. Even the elders also mentioned that as well, and then it becomes very difficult. It becomes very difficult. So my appeal to people is to disagree politically, constructively, like what Sis Lorena said here tonight. I really enjoy what she said. If everyone, the supporters of current regime, could follow that same pattern, that same practice, trust me, it will be easier for us to unite in Nima County. So one thing I wanted to ask, I'll close on this, is a few days ago about the school, PYJ school. Honorable Koga talked a lot about it. But I still have questions, even the Honorable Koga man and other people. A few days ago, he shared a post someone made, a post that a guy made about Honorable VP Kuhn, the vice president of our country, will not allow the university, PYJ University, to be sold. Right? And this guy made that point, Christopher. And then from there, Honorable Koga shared that post. And he said, thank God, something to that effect. So after that, nothing has been heard. I don't know if there's truth to this as far as what that post was, but that's something I need to reach out to Honorable Koga to kind of verify to see if indeed there's any truth behind that, if there's any substance as far as this school is not going to be sold no more, if Honorable Kuhn, the VP, has stepped in to stop that process. So I will hold there for now, and I'll stop there and then and let you guys. So that's my take on the whole issue. At the end of the day, I think they'll get back together and they'll unite and peace will reign.
Thank you so much, CEO. Let's welcome to the show DK Way. DK, welcome. Now we will go to DK to have a 1 cent on the issue, but let me give my little 2 cents on this thing. For me, I have a lot to say, and I want the fire to keep burning. I don't know whether you like it or not, but that's my side. Let the fire keep burning. Politics is not about, charade, love, and every day. Let them show the punches. Let them show the political talks. I agree with them. Let them keep going 24/7. All we need is the verbal violation. We don't need bullets. You can disagree verbally. You can violate each other verbally. That's okay. You guys can run the show. We don't need a Liberia that people will start running it like we're running kingdom where you got to obey one person over and over. No. Now, to the issue. Senator Koga has a lot on his mind. And before those things can be settled, a lot of things have to be done when you listen to most of his recording. When Madam Lorena said it was a reconciliation program, he needed to score political goal, but he didn't do that. How can you score political goal when your name's everywhere in the corner, even the late child born yesterday trying to criticize you because you voiced out your frustration? How can you score political goal in such a gathering? Now, people look at you to be fool. Again, Senator Koga will not go for reconciliation program when he know he's grieving inside, and then he sit and say, "Nah, this is a good program. You guys, I appreciate." He has to voice out his frustration. If you listen to the senator on all of the appearances he's been making, he keep on saying that I'm voicing this out because I'm angry and I need reconciliation. But from what I'm seeing on Facebook, it seems that the reconciliation is not coming. But he keep calling for the reconciliation, but it is not coming. Now, Senator Koga spoke yesterday.
Go ahead, my opinion. Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll get second round of issue. When Senator Koga spoke yesterday, it didn't take quite 30 or 40 minutes. Representative Koro Quagre Electoral District 5 took to his Facebook page. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Who Representative Koro Quagre posted about yesterday with all of those wording he used? Mr. Envy and all of those things. Who could he have possibly spoken about yesterday if it wasn't Senator Samuel Gongwen Koga? One may say, Junior, you're speaking, you and Senator Koga, you are from the same place, but no. I'm laying down the facts here. All of us here have not been doing great. A senator who was duly elected, I don't know how those things are run, but he appears here and says since he got elected, he has not gone back to the district or to the county to appreciate his people because something that's supposed to be given to him has not been given yet. And he said it again yesterday. He said, you guys will say, oh, since you were elected, you not come by to tell us thank you. All of these things are political factors. All of these things are playing. All of them are being intertwined. The elders having different perspective on the issue. Some of them will go and say publicly, yes, indeed, you are wrong. Other people will say publicly, no, you are not this person. We elected you to continue on the term, but not to continue with the godfather title. We only elected you to be the senator and not the godfather. And all we know the godfather is the vice president. I love that. Let the fire keep burning. Let them keep burning the fire 24/7. Nobody should stop it. I mean, come on, man. The great Donald Trump of the USA can take to his Twitter page almost every day. Be writing things that he's not supposed to write. Sometimes when you see it, you say, is it the president himself writing? But when you go to other news outlets, you see them confirming it. Yes, it's the president that wrote it. Yesterday, he didn't win the Nobel Peace Prize. He took to his Facebook page and said, his Twitter account, he said he deserved that thing. So giving it to another president was wrong. But since the president called him and tell him that it is in your honor that I received this award, that's okay. That's how politics is wrong. That's how politics is wrong. I don't know how you want to do it, but I think that those guys should keep burning the fire. Like Senator Koga said, at a certain point in time, he would take his decision. Senator Koga, you're free to go. I can tell you, if you want to join the opposition, we will be coming up with a party very soon. You can join that party, the People's Forward Movement to Liberate the Crooks, and the party of Jaga Koluba. So you can join us, and let's move on with this thing. But on a serious
Can you give me 30 seconds of the
we're coming for second round, don't worry. The way the politics is being run in Nima, I don't believe this thing will be settled anytime soon. The senator post, the superintendent is under the post, you will stay on inside. The senator talk, the representative is there, Mr. Envy, you will die inside. The senator post, other people from the other side saying, Senator, you are right, continue, you are the godfather. The senator talk, the elders come in to say, Senator, you are not right, you are not the godfather. That's it. That's it. But one thing I can say, with the way we are going, Nima will never be the same again where when Senator Johnson speak before politically, people will follow. This time around, those factors will not be played anymore. The Senator Koga, the Vice President Kun, all of them are calling for that title, Godfather, Godfather, Godfather. What Senator Johnson did, no man can do it in Nima. So that factor has gone already. And the next factor we'll be seeing in Nima will be the tribal basis. I'm from the Gio, you from the Mandingo. The next one we'll be seeing will be the tribal basis. I'm from Mountain Tribe, you from Mountain Tribe. That's the only way people will win election in that county massively again. It is on tribe. Let me say this today. But for the tribe, the way we used to see massive voting going on for this political party in second round, it would never work again. Let me tell you today for free. If you think now we'll go for second round, Nima will unite. No. Nima unity came from way back in 1985 when Senator Johnson and other people joined the fight to liberate Nima County. This time around, Nima doesn't need any liberation. We live in a very peaceful and quiet life. And if we try to carry our minds back to what happened in 2003, what happened in 1985 and onward in 1990, then that would be trash. Because people will come out to say that thing you're saying, it has no factor into this politics. And I will stop here for now. We'll go to DK, and after that, we'll start with the second round with Mana Lorena. I know she got a lot to say now.
Gio, let Lorena do a 30 minutes, 30 seconds. I say, Lorena, do your 30 seconds, Mama.
Okay. And Lorena, let's give you the opportunity. You can go with your second round, not necessarily 30 seconds. You can go for 5 minutes because I will come back there again because I got a lot to say too, a hell of a lot.
No, I'm doing my 30 seconds, then everyone can start with Chris. So I think it's on my phone to my ear when I think the CEO was talking. So the same thing I just said about people are happy and say, oh yeah, Nima is being divided. So somebody send me a message on WhatsApp and say, listen to Spoon. The person is following our show now. He said, listen to Spoon. The person is a deputy minister from Nima. So I say, you following the show? He say, yes, I'm following from somebody's phone. So he said, listen to Spoon. The same thing you just said. One panelist on Spoon saying it. So I put, because I didn't want it to be loud, so I put it to my ear. And I heard, and the person saying it is somehow connected.
The call from the video office.
Yeah, I think she's having some network problem. But Chris, DK, let's hear you before we come for the second round. Let's hear you.
Nima, his wife is my auntie from Nima, and his So I put a spoon and my own uncle. This is somebody who I lived in a house before in the US when I knew they moved to Fargo before I could move out. And then
Yeah,
I put it then he
yeah,
said,
just a Jimmy Gessie. Just a Jimmy Gessie.
no, yes, Gibson Giroud. Gibson is your first name. I call you any. So because you will just call me and say that my name or you will not do it to me, you will not come for me on Facebook like that because I in-law, I daughter. So he say I let Koga already. And you know what was funny when you say let Koga? This is somebody who posted during the campaign Koga is a day by the jumper. He was saying all the negative things, but now he saying to me, I let Koga, I let me going about. And for me, I'm happy that is keep fighting out for Nima to divide. So in a while, that the portion of Jehovah, but the person he said alive before they could call my attention. So when you say you want the people to keep fighting, people can disagree, but you don't have to fight. Disagreement is not fighting. So like one on my mind, I started with two ladies. You can tell somebody no, and you are not offensive to them, and you can say yes, and you are offensive to them. So Senator Coker might have everything all his right, but I mean, you the senator was elected in April. Senator Coker and myself we kind of got family connection. And in May, he went for Unico, all went for Unico program in the US. Then he came back in June. So July, August, he started this talk. So like just 1 month in between. So all these things that he wanted to be done, they can't be done in 1 month. And I don't know because I haven't contested for how you call this thing here, any official elected seat. But to say they need to gain money to go for contest. If it is a VP to give him the money, I think my son Joshua going to the VP and say the money to talk about I need it all that the person he go to that person. But we as Nimba and Junior, no matter what side we on, whether we are for or against, we should not find pleasure in that. Oh, let it do it, let it continue doing it. Because in the end, if a non-Nimba is saying it, that's how you will feel the hype. You will feel all the thing I be talking and not good, right? You see how people, because people feel like like I was making reference to the post. Somebody say, yeah, happy they divided now. 2029, they will not be the final decision maker because we are regarded as the electoral college in Liberia. So people don't want that to happen. So everybody can be in different political party, but we shouldn't bring each other down and we shouldn't tear each other apart. And our strength is in our unity. So for me, and I will say again, if there's anything the senator wants, if there's anything the vice president owes him or promised him that they are not given, going to the air where no journalist will make him to get it. No Facebook, no why any Mark Jackie Bear will not make him to get it. What would make him to get it is negotiating with he says that his son, negotiating with his son, his brother, and say, we thought this thing, I want it. The brother say, okay, I'll give it tomorrow, or you're not there yet. Whatever it is, I don't know why it is. I'm just saying something. But for us to wish that they should continue, or he should continue, I would say he, because the other person is not fighting. And for I'm not friendly with the Shofar lawmaker. If he made any post or such for me, and he was in that room when the senator when the VP was, giving his thing on what's going on. But if he came out to make such a post today or yesterday, I think that he is saying what they're doing. Just as Fatima is over there doing, just as Danasan is over there doing, he over there doing. He need to focus on the district. The district is divided because somebody feel that they should have won and he won, and somebody feel that they should have nominated and you are nominated. So I mean, there is whole lot he has to do in the district. So in the district, it's not the farthest district in Nima. So I think the lawmaker should focus on it and leave the two enter politics in 2011 when he was not anywhere near politics. So let him lead. We should not over fight for Vice President Kun. Vice President Kun is a fighter. And the way he fights, he calculates time. So the man has said we should leave it like a big brother. They will settle it. The senator too, he thought all that thing came by end and said two of them will face that thing. So what will going on face to be calling somebody envy to be, I mean, for me, based on the advice he gave in our room, I think the only thing I can pray for is for God to just bless all of us, for God to keep protecting him, to remain silent, because the moment he responds to his brother, the enemies of Nima, and even in Bayans who are on the other side to the new party headquarters, they will be rejoicing that if to say we got 100 billion grant from somebody in the Western world. So that's what I would say. I called Senator Koga. We talked for 2 hours. And all these things I saying to him, I said it to him, like how I can operate. I say, they want you wrong, my son. They want, and you can listen, my son, they want you wrong. The only thing I did not say, I don't have Pluto, was he's going to be MDR Senate Bureau. Well, which I think you can't be Senate Bureau by letter, by transfer. You have to go for convention. I said, but you people are not going for convention. You say that convention will never come. Because if people will not do, I say, until then, we will not say so. And I told him all those things, all those steps he made wrong. I told him, it's so that why I don't let to discuss it, because so that he can feel comfortable with him next time when we're talking. And the VP myself, I sent him a message and say XYZ based on Larry Yonko appearance, based on Honorable Duna appearance, those key things I grapple. I make a complete stuff out of it. And the VP myself talk about it, how I operate. I don't take side with people because how you call it? No, my oxygen, I'm not in go him, my O2, I'm not in go him, I ain't anybody here. So I like to be very objective. So people should start making the thing here deeper, and we should start praying. You know, you're the citizens to start praying that it should deepen your defense as it is. Pray, start doing your hand, like put your hand can't spring. Your hand will spring with it.
You said for people be happy. I said, oh, for you be happy, they want to braces the color that are happy, right? Like, oh, not bad thing.
So Lorena, I got to add something to your point though before DK come in. You know, you said something about people not responding and what the VP said. Koga, I think Honorable Koga said it. He's the only person that is on from his camp that says something, and then from there, all the other people who are responding, they are from the VP camp.
Yeah,
right, who are responding to Honorable Koga. So the message, that silent message that you give, I think the followers of the VP who are responding to Honorable Koga on Facebook or anywhere, also making threat about wanting to respond. I think that message goes to them because Koga, he's the only one who's making it wrong. He's the only person that's talking. His followers are not responding. So it is between the VP is doing the right thing. He's not responding. He's not saying anything, but his followers are the ones who are making big deals out of this. They're the one who feel very, very touched whenever they call VP name, just like some they have touched them. If everyone could be as objective as you tonight, we will get to where we want to get very, very fast.
But she has actually responded on Facebook.
And CEO,
Lorena responded on Facebook.
Me?
Yeah,
me responding on Facebook.
Uncle got better issue. I found you on Facebook. They're posted. I was sharing the camera.
Koga and who?
Koga better. You did post for them. Oh yeah, but better issue. You still better too. So I was bringing the camera with it. You've been putting fine the gas to say, Lorena.
Maybe bring the post out, and that's it. They did. But what I can tell you, Chris, is that almost every morning, like today, I went to church. I visited Pastor Pay Church today. I often just go there once in a while, but I'm become a harvester. I go home. I consider it home. So he was preaching on in Jeremiah. There's a scripture that say, "Call on me when I need." So what I normally do, I just wake up in the morning. When I finish praying, pull a scripture or put a verse in the morning. I pull Deuteronomy 28:7, where they say they will come in one direction and flee in many other. I'm not talking to a different person. You need to lift up people's spirit when they are down.
So
leadership is hard. When leadership is hard, I know what situation I want to ask. So leadership is hard. So when you are in a leadership role, and when you're supposed to be making progress, and you see that things are holding you back here and there, people that you're supposed to call for you to discuss progress, for you to confide in each other, and see those things happening is heartbreaking. So, but to say, I thought of making a post about honorability the last time, but I just decided not to talk about it because
I saw a post on your Facebook page about fighting the gap. Yeah, I saw it, Lorena.
Put in the
I
chat
saw a
room.
pool for baby.
That was
Yeah.
it. Put in the chat room now. Oh God, put in the chat room and you still talking.
Okay,
The
no,
last time, 3 days ago, Senator Koga posted the recording of PYJ when you were making reference to the superintendent and Honorable Floor, Mr. Thomas, before the appointment. So the senator shared it. So I thought that was not necessary of our senator. I make a comment and I say, Senator Samuel Gong Koga really, that's what I said. Because why would he be sharing those things? That if that what you're referring to, I did that because I didn't expect my senator, my son, my nephew to share those kind of posts. But to say I made a post attacking him, no, I will not do that. I will call him, he can answer my call. Jenna said when I call him, will answer, and I will tell him, I will go to him on Tuesday, we'll go to about it again.
Well, Lorena, let me ask you a question there before I go to DK. When the superintendent took to her Facebook page a few weeks back and said Senator Koga will not be the Susu father of Nima's people money, what was your comment on that day?
I didn't comment on that page. Excuse me, I didn't comment on her page. But this is what I did, and that's what I do for everybody. Except what I don't have access to you. Let 2 lawmakers I don't have access to. I called the superintendent. I said, asking her what was the post about. And then she made reference. She said the senator wanted to do his donation in I don't know, it was Seneca or somewhere, a medical supply donation. And the senator left a whole donation, the whole humanitarian stuff, and said she must be audited. But before then, the senator had gone to GAC and asked for her to be audited, and GAC said they cannot do another audit because there's an ongoing audit with I think 5 counties on an internal affair that they will do county by county, so they cannot put audit over another audit. But what will be happening soon is that the report, the audit that was done from 2018 period to 2022, it will be coming up. So, and then, oh, what happened? Hey, my computer, I can hear say come and get blank. So that was in regards to that she made that post. If it, she saw not follow the show, you know that maybe she not in library, so she will not be following from because no, she use her people phone to follow. And I told her, please leave the senator. That's not necessary. Maybe you don't know me, Chris, but if you deal with me, once somebody tells you about me, you will say no. I will ask Lorena. I told her that it was not an issue. She must please leave the senator. That's what I said. What I will not do. What I will not do is, even if I disagree with Avin, if you see me coming for Avin on Facebook, and me are advising in, one-on-one, and you say we'll do it, and I will come for you now and give you my feeling, my opinion about that thing on Facebook. Other than that, I will first talk to you. That's how I can offer real.
Thank you, but just to set the record straight there, I'm not a sedition, and I've never supported any political party in my life. Let me set the record straight. My first ever voting process in Liberia was done in 2020, and that time I remember quite correctly. I didn't do invalid vote. I voted for Jeremiah Kun as senator at that time, so I have never supported. And I was not even into politics that time. I didn't even know what they call politics. I just went there to do my little voting and come back. And I think my political leader is Mr. Avi Sekas Jr. And our political party is BKS.
There you go.
So we don't have any other political party except BKS. And we are not into politics. For me, I believe that we can do more of our time than be a politician and being here and there. I will say, no, we can be more productive. We can be more industrial than being a politician. So that's just what I wanted to say. But DK, let's hear you. Your unique program was great. I saw a picture of you and the representative.
Yeah, the picture already was nice.
I must admit, TK, you got to go back to the gym.
My man, I was one of the happiest person yesterday. Liberia incoming president Musa Hassan visited my home. visited my
Is that
home.
an endorsement? Is that
Now,
an endorsement for
And the
him?
man keep,
breaking news. Breaking news.
but any man a presidential home for? The man a presidential what? When you are a candidate in the presidential election, the presidential home for even senior female Kumis, they are all presidential home for 2029. Lorena, I'm a Union Party man. I joined Union Party from LAP. So I'm a Union Party man. I would disagree with my party, but Union Party man. I get no other party besides Union Party.
We can see your face.
Oh, my face, yes, sorry. I mean, I'm driving sleepless. So I'm trying to hide it. So I'm driving from DC. I took my last batch of guests to DC. So that's why I'm driving back home. So, yes, the program was good. A lot. I want to personally appreciate representability, ability. He came to the house. In fact, when he got here, he called, he said, "My man, I'm here. Tell me what I should do." I said, "Just come to the house." He said, "Okay." So he had all the meetings. And you were always texting. He said, "I will stay calm. I will stay calm." I said, "Okay." And almost majority of our friends that came from other states, everybody was there. And some of them were really waiting to the house until he can come. But because the program was almost in DC, so most people left. So Benedictine, he decided to babysit. I didn't do babysit yesterday. He babysit. We fixed the GB together.
You want to post the
Started
picture?
the GB.
You want to post the picture? I said we should post the picture.
Post it. I got the one I was there to the program. I also sent it to the chat room. Post it.
The one that you standing with your bare feet that you were talking about.
Now in the kitchen, remember in the kitchen. Remember in the kitchen, we were cooking together.
So that means,
DK, are you telling us on this platform that the honorable visited your house and you took him to the kitchen to cook?
I mean, I make plenty of children. So I mean, babysitter too. Who Johnny?
So you listen to the senator and you listen to the general coordinator for.
So yes, a meeting. The last time when we were talking about a meeting that both Senator Koga and the Vice President, I talked to them. They are two of my people I respect. I talk to them regularly. So I decided to not make comment on everything that's going on between them because as I said, I can call people up and I say, even when he makes my call, I can tell him, call me. He will do that, same with Koga. So I will try to not go into whatever I go. So when you come to the real politics, I will talk about the thing between two of them. I have zero interest. Yeah. People who talking, people who writing on Facebook, everything. When I fire guy, it get hot. You know when they won't get pulled that iron in the fire to repair our slipper up interior, right? They can press it on the rubber that they stick together. When that fire get hot, the people who talking they will come to talk. That's all I can say. Every time I talk to them, I will tell them, you guys need to be careful. And I listen to Lorena, I listen to Alvin briefly, and everything the people said. No. That thing you saying, Jerusalem saying everything. Even Ellen, as powerful as Ellen was, they were fighting to get portion of Nima vote because people out there were getting majority. So anybody in the driving seat, then the two of them, my request to them is to meet behind the iron curtain and handle everything. There are some things that when you're ready to do, you just tell all the security, all the personal guys, say everything, so that two or your brother to brother, they'll get outside, so our thing will come outside. Nima is the only county in Liberia currently that is noisy. So nobody govern in noise, nobody govern in crisis. Whether it's Koga, whether it's Poon, whether it's representability, nobody govern in crisis. When there's crisis, meaning there's issue. I know that a good Bible said, I said the horse divided among itself cannot stand. So they need to work on that. I encourage them to work on that. I take God to bid them to work on that. But if they don't want to work on that, like Jonah said the last time, one day in politics, like almost 100 years. So if people are not careful, a day to that thing can change. You see, how CDC people present, they don't let us see the ground the vice president working on because they thought the mayor was for them. Until the mayor divorced them, all of them can be friends with them. They can be friends with the mayor, just say the mayor killed somebody from them. So people can divorce and remarry in politics, and they do it because of interest. Look, Braga chose Kun only because he wanted to win the election he did. The only reason United Party and Joseph Braga went after Kun was they wanted to win the elections. They didn't have no relationship prior to that. Zero. So people and all what they play are doing all kind of thing, and you think when VP and Koga split, it had no impact on the vice president, and that was the case. They would think Benedict would not have no issue in the play. That's even done loud. That Benedict do a cry and go. So there's no need for response. So that at least the country will be quiet. The next person that I see he really pushing anything. I don't know who talking to him. I know that meeting Lorena talking about he was in it is Dawan. Dawan too is pushing. Apparently, people not seeing Dawan. So Koga is disagreeing. Dawan is insulting Koga and saying all that. So I don't know why Dawan is not in the whole picture. Because the whole thing is when the Koga see somebody that quote unquote supporting the vice president, Koga will go after the vice president. To be frank, that's what Koga will do. So again, I pray this week I will try to talk to two of them and see how well we can all play our role to work with them. But having we can say no marking bands, no charlatan, no small monkeys. They are the ones that pushing the fire. Some of them need to they really need to shut up. They are the ones causing this problem. Who is not talking, not saying nothing. But they get people who want to overdo things so that they will say, yeah, it's a day. Some of them, I know Lorena, they are Sako, they are Kun Sako. I know for real now, people taking posts, comment, and recording and sending it to people. That the terrible one you're in there, you need to be careful. So people want to prove that they're fighting for VP Kun. If I talk to him this week, I will tell him. People don't let anybody bring one stupid thing to you and say the other person not doing it. But that single friend that can do that thing. That my only fear among the Kun Sako now. People might be recording one another that. I see you are entering the tunnel. You don't hear me. Yeah, I see you. Thank you.
Thank you, DK. Thank you so much. For the first time today, we have Mr. Denny Omar Moore. He will be joining us, and he got 2 cents to say on this issue. And after Denny, we'll go for second round of the discussion. We start with Chris on the second round, to Madam Lorena, then the CEO, and I will come in. But let's get
and then before,
Gino, thank you. CEO, thanks as well, for affording me this opportunity to be on the platform. I'll just go straight to the point. You see, leadership is something that is very, very challenging. And sometimes in crisis management, you don't look for who is right or wrong, but who takes the bold step, for a resolution becomes the kingmaker. At this point in time, it's not about the fight being sustained, or the VP is the godfather, or the senator is the godfather. The common denominator that is being discussed here is NIMBA. That's the most important thing. NIMBA, the future of the unborn generation. We're talking about their grandkids and great grandchildren. What they would do today to pave the way for those kids' future, for the unborn generation future, it speaks volume to who they are today. So it is their responsibility now to lay aside who is wrong or who is right and take a bold step for resolution. It's all about, when they say NIMA United, this is the time to invoke that term, NIMA United. This is the time to invoke the time NIMA United, that all parties will come behind. I mean, all parties come behind to a round table, sit, express their grievances. There will always be disagreement, but doing in the depth of those disagreements, people dialogue, express your concerns. There are genuine concerns from both sides, from either side. The VP have said little to nothing about what is ongoing. I know the senator have expressed some disappointment on issues of governance. He expressed a lot of issues on on how the state of affairs or how the county is being run. He expressed a lot of disagreement. My only issue with him there is, it would have been nice on those disagreement. I don't know if he did. I stand to be corrected. It would have been nice if he went behind the scene, call all parties and say, look, I have this concern, other than bringing it to the media. Because when you take something to the media, or you take to the media to express your dissatisfaction or express your disappointment, it becomes a haul and pull. It's not something that you just say, and people like that. When it comes to NIMA, whenever journalists or other people hear NIMA, they feel that it's something that should be few, so it can go on and on. Because when the fight is sustained, is going on, then people score political point, because that divide is what politician wants to tap in. Politician wants to tap into that divide. And at the end of the day, so they can gain they can gain points at the expense of what is happening. So at this point in time, I don't think it's about who is right or wrong. I think the right thing to do now is to invoke the NIMA United, go to a round table, have that discussion. It's not about right or wrong. Dialogue on the issues, set an agenda for a way forward to avoid reoccurrence of this issue. Because at the end of the day, the VP is the VP of the Republic of Liberia. There are numerous challenges that his boss will want him to steer the affairs. In some places, in the absence of a boss, there are numerous challenges that he deals on a daily basis. So coming home, where that, I want to go home, I'm going NIMA, and there are a lot of issues of fight on people that you're supposed to. You leave, moreover, you go to NIMA, the first thing you want to call for is your GB. You sit down, you enjoy your GB, and then before you start comparing note on one or two things to understand the challenges back home. But if there's a fight, you find little to no time to enjoy those quiet time when you go back home. So at this point in time, it's not about the VP has the right or the senator has the right. It's about both of them playing that leadership role, going back into their covers and say, look, gentlemen, you stop the attack on this big brother. Gentlemen, you stop this. This is my little brother, but he's also the vice president of our country. We will sit and have the discussion behind closed door and amicably resolve it. I think that's the way forward. That would be the best thing, because on all platforms, people are discussing the crisis, but people are not coming forth with how this crisis can be resolved and on what to do to avoid reoccurrence. I think the best way forward, is now to dialogue all forces come together, sit and have a conversation on where you want. Sometimes, you know, coming up to take responsibility and accept that, okay, for the sake of peace, I am wrong, doesn't in any way suggest that you are small or you are naive or you are stupid. Excuse my expression. It just shows to people, and it speaks volume to who you are as a leader, that in times of crisis, you put your personal interest and ego aside, but put forth the agenda of the country to amicably resolve the situation. That is my take, John. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Danny. I know you've been following the show a couple of days or maybe some few times. On the show, we agree to disagree. We say words and not bullet. For me, I have a different perspective on your view, and I will come in with that. But let's hear my brother Chris.
No, before Chris comes in, I want to say something real quick before I forget. So Danny's going to be one of our panelists here. You know, I know he's been busy and with some other things, but he heard this about this topic tonight, and he felt compelled to jump in. So welcome to the show, Danny. Hopefully you are not a stranger, and we look forward to having you here as time goes by. But I think DK said something, Chris, before you come in there. I wanted to kind of touch on it a little bit. Something about one of our representatives, Glikia. You know, how he's inflaming, you know, he's not taking the road. For example, like what Ty wrote, you know, Ty stands on it. Tuan's stand is completely different. Look at my brother Ernest's stand, completely positive. But Tuan is on the opposite side. He's just putting flame in the fire. And I asked someone about it, one of the supporters of VP. The point they made was Tuan Glikia is he has his own office. He's not affiliated with the VP's office. So whatever he says or whatever he does, you know, is based on his office. So it's not in any way, shape, or form censored by the VP's office. So I just wanted to make that injection there. But yeah, you can go ahead, Chris. Sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah, thank you, CEO. I know few points that other speaker talk about, and first I will, before I make my point, go to Western Law and talk about that the VP advised for us respond to Koga, but 85% go on Facebook. Those people today on Facebook for support of the VP, they are in ministerial position. They are director, assistant ministers. They are sort of controller general. They're working in this government. They're putting fire in the issue. Why we can't be real? Have you called his support not doing? Or only few people he talk with, then they come the media to add what going on, the VP now where he not in support. No. We will hold him responsible. We have to be real. If my supporter today are crazy doing anything, why I can't do it for it? All of those people that put into that, they're not for ANC. They're not for Tier 1 party. They are for NDRO and Unity Party. And those are people that keep attacking Sinakuga. And most of them, for even my district Tapeta, they are working this government. They're insulting the senator on Facebook. They say, oh, Senator not talk. I will pray Sinakuga when they continue to respond. It's a political fight. It's a political battle. It's a political battle. That's not playground. That's not football field. That's not church or mosque. Whether when the imam talk, they finish. Or when the pastor finish preaching the church, they finish. It's a political arena. Sinakuga, don't bother to anybody. It'll bring a response. That's political fight. We just important to the political science. We understand. So if people feel that Nima can't have been there before, no. They talk about unity. I will speak on that. When Nima no unity, it is today because when they part of unity party, it's like unity party began to talk Nima unity. When other sons and daughters Peter find Nima, when they call Nima unity, when they see unity party people are questioning the Johnson one law yesterday in Nima, what we could rally around in the Johnson. You know, part of people call Senakuga warlock. They preach against Senakuga or Johnson, Prince Johnson. They're going warlock in Nima. They're going names. They're going kill us. When it was outside I did it. When I see you nobody supporting Nima I did it yesterday. Why put on Nima Unit today? When they know about that, or because when people they set them fire with, or you know, part of people in position to Nima Unity. What happened to Tadakoto when you're contesting Nima? Do call Nima Unity? What happened to Tiawan Gongo? Do call Nima Unity? What happened to Johnson? That's hypocrisy. We don't like that in Nima. We just say through the power, and I will keep saying it. The issue in Nima today, the Senate, the vice president supporter, the ones causing it. We can't insult the senator instead of keep quiet. That means they'll be respectful. And anytime someone speaks against the VP, they get angry. I've never seen angry winner before. But today I'm seeing an angry winner today, Nima. You won a seat already. You're sitting a seat already. Why are you angry when people talk? I haven't seen that before. That someone winning election be angry. So that means they're not ready, they're not prepared, they're not think of winning. The one thing out today, Nima, is Nima just a church or someone control, or they just chicken basket, you're going to go one place? That political era, Abraham will decide. Even a single time you get 20% after you get control around there. The one about Nima. It's not possible Nima be one side. It's not possible. There's no way to probability that Nima will go one side. Everybody will take their stand. But it should not be issued or defy the country. It should be issued that you insult leaders. Respect their opinions. Respect their decision, which is out of the air. And we move on. Why you insult somebody because I'm not supporting the new lawmaker just came, Johnny Jakan. You just Johnny Jakan to the House of Parliament. You don't understand the ABC in the House of Parliament. Even the entire student struggle, which group itself as president. You just enter the House you source in the Koga who been there for 30 plus years. You go as senator. They want to talk to him, Johnny Jakan. Johnny Jakan just enter the House of Parliament, not understand the rules in the House of Parliament. Even a mission procedure, no the courts in the Johnny A. When you saw the man, Johnny Jakan. Would you be serious around here? Would you be serious around here? Would you look into people's faces and tell them, I believe in Fidel Castro through it. Look in the leader's face and tell him, if you want to put Buddha in you, put Buddha in you. But say the truth. How many of you on the platform say, Lorena, today you can look at the VP, what you do is wrong. You can tell the VP that way things, you will not be able, you'll be scared. But I create I learn the VP face to the other VP, that's what is wrong. And you will not kill me because I'm proud with him. Would you say the truth of power? And John, before I leave my last point, let me say this. In politics, I want to understand this. In Lima, I can't tell it. Lima had never been on one side before. Look at the record, Jackson Fiado. There are people in Lima who on one side. The records are there. Look at Tadakoto when you're contesting. There are people still on the other side. But we never see what happened today. When Prince Joseph contesting, there are people still on the other side. But they call it warlock. They can kill us in Nima. It wasn't a crime yesterday. When Councilor Tiawa contesting, there are people say he was selfish, he was mean. It wasn't a crime yesterday in Nima. Why when the top of VB Kun today become crime? You all see the product bottom of people in Nima. You on the other side, you get a right to say it. And not crime. When we reach to, when we go to Boy, we go to Nima or Zia, or we'll go to district 5, we'll go to traditional area, we'll settle it. But along the border proofy, just send it out there. And we'll continue pushing until you're going to be doing Nima. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. See you. I don't know whether you want to come in here before me, but
no, you go ahead.
Okay, I think we'll hold Madam Lorena back because I know when I talk, she will want to say something. So let's hold and yeah, so she can package it and she will make a point. Now, like I said, we always say on the show, our motto is words but not bullets. And of course, that's why we always use on the show. Let me say this. Nima will never be the same again politically. I don't know how you want to put it, but that major figure that used to say, Nibanians, let's do this, that person is no more there. I can tell you for free. Everybody will want to, there is a parable to say, when the town chief is not around, people go want to ride Hammond Jeep. Everybody in Nima right now will ride a Hammond Jeep. Everybody, because the town chief is no longer around. And at certain point in time, from 2017, 2023, yes, there was a major political display. But in 2017, you get to know that, that kind of political discussion that used to happen before, where when Senator Johnson said, let's go this way, everybody will go. In 2011, you saw it. In 2017, it wasn't that way, that much, because people were kind of like drawing back a little bit. Okay, this thing that happened way back in 1990s. We've paid this senator a lot, and we need to take our own personal decision. So comes 2029 will be a different display. I don't know how many. It's very much impossible that we will say Nima will be together. We can discuss the development of Nima. Yes, politically, let those guys disagree. But when it comes to development, let them agree on one thing. Yes, we want to build overhead bridge in Sanikole. That's okay. We want to build overhead bridge in Ganta. That's okay. But politically, let them disagree with each other. Let them disagree. If Nima was said to say all of us should go together, we should support one person, then where is the politics? Why not turn the whole thing into monarchy? Where is the politics in that thing when we said this? Now, to this point, you expect Senator Koga to sit and act as if everything is okay when the district he's from that produced the highest vote for this government, that district is not represented.
Point of correction is my district serving don't like other one will not take it. Don't take our credit from all district serving produced the highest vote in the 2023 election.
We were the second. We were the second. We came second.
I tell you, they grow from all and carry the boy out. I beg you, but was very compared to Koga. I will not say that one.
I agree. Okay, let me agree with that factor. District 5 produced the second largest or highest vote in the just ended 2023 election. But District 5, somebody will say Senator Johnson's daughter is working. You listen to Senator Koga yesterday. He said the discussion of Senator Johnson's school being sold wasn't initiated by him. 4 out of 3 children agree, including the mother. You know what is happening? Politics is being played. Y'all make this man to look little. Y'all make him to look little. When all of the discussion were ongoing, nobody could say anything about it. Nobody was coming out to say this, but when Senator Koga spoke on it, you saw the children coming out. The only way you saw the children coming out was the time when the students came out with their grievances, and we all said, if this is true, it's bad. Then you saw the children coming out. But before then,
so I think he was the one who even cleared the airway, because it was just a mere speculation and gossip at the time. He cleared the air to give some facts.
Yes. So before then, why couldn't the children come outside to say, yes, the senator is doing this and we are not satisfied with it? But when the senator came out, you saw the children coming out. That was politics. And I love it. If politics is not being played, Junior will not sit on the heat hour here every day, because the news will not break. I know developmental news will break, yes. But let the politics play. Let it play. In fact, I'm calling on the youth to march to the executive mansion in thousand numbers and demand the executive mansion to cut down the salary of representatives and add it to the cleaners. Those are sweeping along the road. They didn't cut their salary down, give it to the cleaners around. That's politics. We need that. We needed to build Nima. We needed to build Liberia. Or you think without politics we would have changed Joseph Jenkins Robert? No. We wouldn't have done so. Or you think without politics we would have changed Thomas Groupie? No. Other people will say, oh, Nima is a county that we have different tribes. We need one minor senator, one Gill senator. When was the last time you ever had a superintendent from Gill background? When was the last time? Tell me. When was the last time that you ever had a superintendent that was a Gill man or a Gill woman? That's politics. And I love it. Let them keep playing the politics and nothing should stop them. Senator Koga, they bring in the morning, fire. In the afternoon, fire. In the evening, fire. The VP will never respond to you, Senator Koga. You know why? He's in the highest seat. If he thinks that being a senator is okay than being a vice president, let him come Nima your for the senatorial seat. But in the morning, fire. In the evening, fire. In the night, fire. Anybody stay away. Fire them.
Gio, they got whenever you sort of bed, they can go to the Koga, but no Koga get just by.
Fire, Senator Koga, 24-hour fire. And somebody will say the VP is not responding because he's playing his leadership role. Or you think the VP is not responding? That VP respond even more than the senator does. Darwin Glukia is there. And Representative Koro Kwaku just joined the battle. You're seeing all of the VP circle. And the one that baffles me a lot, Chris, the one that baffles me a lot is that my fellow comrades and comrade from the journalistic background, they have all been bought. Senator Koga said it yesterday. People will sit on the radio to ill discuss him just because they have the power of media. And they are being paid, which is not lie. There have been so many accusations that journalists in Nima are on payroll. None of them have come out to debunk that. Journalists are supposed to be the number one and independent people. When Councillor Gonglo took to his Facebook page and wrote that thing, other journalists in Nima started to criticize him. Why? Because it hit them very hard. The way we used to see a balanced reporting, it's not happening again. We are only a few media practitioners that still do the fact checkings and balance and stay unique with our discussion. But to end on this point, Senator Koga, fire in the morning as breakfast, fire in the afternoon as lunch, fire in the evening as dinner. If possible, you should have a supper and even get something for digestion. Keep firing. A politician who is not in the media, that's a weak politician. You lost your relevance. As great as Senator Johnson was, not a week will go past without people discussing him on the media.
Yeah.
So if you give that title to Senator Koga, expect it to happen. So Senator Koga, to end on this note, keep firing. Let the fire burn, and let me sit here to get the news, and let me discuss it every day like this. Thank you. And Lorena, let's hear you. Then we'll go to.
Let me come in. Before says Lorena, I gotta step out here. So the interesting thing about Honorable Koga is a one-man soldier. He does it himself. He doesn't have any surrogates. Like he said today, he told his follower, his staffer, that anyone who goes on social media to attack anybody and insult anyone, he will fire them. So he does it himself. I started the show by saying that the dust will settle. I still believe that they will put things together and then they'll settle things. Now, with that being said, you don't want to allow that to play too long. Yeah, the county is noisy, very, very noisy. We've never seen that before. Even during all this time, we've never seen our county be so noisy politically. As Honorable Koga is speaking, you'll notice that most people are not talking. And most of the folks who are responding to Honorable Koga on social media are the folks who are with the VP and the folks who have jobs and the folks who are up there. But there are key stakeholders from NIMBA who are sitting and just watching and not saying anything. The reason they are not saying anything is because they feel that Honorable Koga is speaking for them. There are a lot of disenchanted people in Nima County, I can say that for sure. I know my son talked about Booyah. I mean, you can spin it all you want. It doesn't look good. The picture looks very, very bad. We Booyah supported this. And you talk about Booyah. I responded to one of my senior brother posted last time when he invoked Jackson Hebdo, we had a DK Musali, PYJ, and all that. And we supported other people. But right now, Booyah has been left behind. I don't know if it's intentional. I don't know why, but like nobody's from down there. No one will talk. So you think Honorable Koga will go stand in your Gomaple or Butu and talk and say this, and the people there will not listen to him, they will not believe him? You think the citizens of Booyah who are around the country or around the world will not side with Honorable Koga? Even if they feel he's wrong, they will side with him. So there are so many people who are, in the backseat, who are not the social media people. They are in the back. They don't comment. They don't talk. They don't say anything. But they are supporting him in some way, somehow, because he's speaking for them. So I think, it playing going too much. There has to be some type of leadership. I know Danny talked about it. And the leader has to take over now and try to bring people together instead of, our soup or the other representative, Dogwon, and all the other followers, adding flame to the fire. You like it or not, Koga is a strong figure. You cannot overlook. He's one man soldier, as he said, when he speaks, Nima shakes. He may not be PYJ, but he does have his follower. He's an influential figure. He's a major stakeholder in Nima County. So there has to be a way that they will come together to be able to fix that. So that's my my take on that. I think the noise is too much in the county. I know we'll fix it. At the end of the day, two brothers will fix it, but you don't want it to spoil. You don't want it to go too long. They have to start doing things to be able to calm things down, especially after PYJ. PYJ going and Nima going through a new phase politically. It's not easy. So hopefully someone can step in, the VP will step in to be able to calm the storm and take some type of role there so everyone else can follow.
So it is to my knowledge that the VP will be appearing tomorrow on Voice of Compa. And I'm pretty sure journalists will ask him about these things. And Honorable VP, if you're listening to me tonight, I know the gas is already on the fire. If you got kerosene, get tips from inside. And let's come here to discuss it. Or a little bit inside. Madam Lorena, let's hear you. Let's give you the opportunity. Then Danny will take us home.
Okay, so I want to say thanks to all of you for your views on this topic. I'd like to point out Chris' contradiction that he said, and Nima doesn't have to be divided, but we can all be on different sides. And that's exactly what we are saying. Nima is not a church. It's not a church that everybody agrees to the doctrine of that church. It is only in the mosque that the worshippers, they agree to whatever the imam says from the Quran. So Nima is not a religious place. Nima is a county. And being a county means that we got 5 tribes in Nima, and we got some culture that are traditional that are similar, and we got some that are kind of different from each other slightly. And everybody has the right to be on different sides. You can be in the UP, you can be in the ANC, you can be CDC, you can be wherever. But what we are saying is the attack on each other is unnecessary. Even Senator Kwak can decide to say, okay, you know what, I'll go back to the PUP, or I will form another political party. That's his constitutional right. Everybody, like honorability, when you announce the CNC, all the way with our disagreement, I made a post. I said, thanks to another son of Nima for thinking outside the box, for establishing a political party that have been approved by NEC. Congratulations, Honorable. I made that post. Does that mean I endorse CDC? CMC? No. But the fact that Onimba is being creative and innovative, that's what I was expressing. People can be wherever they want to be. But the attack is what we are talking about, Chris. Nobody say everybody must worship somebody, or it's a monarchy form of government, and everybody must say, or hail the king, or hail the queen. No, we are saying, do your do. And let the other people do that do. 2029, they will decide. And in the place of decision making, some of us will not even be there. That's one thing. And number two, I want to, why it is true that I said the post from the district lawmaker is not necessary. And also the last time I said the same thing about the district 6 lawmaker. I also want us to know that these are people that were elected equally like Senator Koga, like Vice President Kun. And the Vice President does not control what they say. So if we have Edwin Corden coming on Facebook and talking, like the same thing they're talking, saying that to Senator Koga, I will make issue out of it. We will discuss it. Or somebody that Prince and the how you call him, Prince Baby from the chief of office staff, we will make issue out. We will talk about it. But I call I want cricket, I want to be MD our hair. Koga wants to be MD our hair. The two of them, you see what I said to play politics. We should put on a vice president. No, I think it's very wrong. We cannot put that on a vice president. These are people who feel they're competing over something, but they want to use different situations to be talking about it and making. So it's not on the vice president. I will tell myself we don't agree a lot. I want to agree with Ty. Post some, and I think it was Christopher, one journalist shared and posted a picture and said Ty won't be right. I want to go that path as a lawmaker. And that's my see. One time somebody from his office made certain posts which were negative, to Koga. And he told him to take it down. So he took it down. So I was wondering why, because myself called the person to say, why was that for? And he said, oh, I'm not take it down. My boss, I'm going to take it down. I said, go. So people who you got control, you can tell and say, take posts down. But what they VP couldn't come in there, and how you call, why you need the MDR guys who to take posts down. So it's not about the vice president. And in advocacy, you need to know your audience. The problem I'm having with my son, my nephew, Senator Koga, is that we are not an audience. The radio is not an audience. The audience is his fellow caucus member to have a meeting or sit down. The audience is the vice president. The audience is making a reason to go see the president. Those are her audience. When the thing started, one renowned Christian community member reached out to me and said, oh, Lord, this is what we're thinking, but we don't know whether it's right. So, oh, gladly it's the best thing. You play interview. I got a message on my WhatsApp. I'm on my messenger. And he reached out to the senator. And he responded to them. He told me, he sent me, he told me the response. I'm like, what? He said, yes. He said, 2 persons in the room also said what when the people came back to tell the response from the senator when they sent people to him. So we shouldn't be hoping that it continue. And we know that how you call it, PYJ is gone, but it does not mean that it is the end of NEMA. They say when God calls you, he qualifies you. You see, Noah, he was not an engineer, but when God asked him to build an ark, he empowered him. Moses was not a public speaker, but when God told him to go, he made him to be able to speak better. So whenever God calls you, he also qualifies you. He gave you the knowledge, he gave you the skills and the competence to perform that task. Therefore, God has called the vice president. He's not PYJ, and he acknowledges that when he called us for the professional meeting to talk to us about supporting Senator Koga, he said, I'm not the old man. The old man will go on the radio soon in the morning and declare, and people will go there. I don't think I have that grace yet. So I have called you as brothers and sisters to make inquiry from you. Tell me how you feel, and I'll tell you what I think. And what a meeting more than 100%. If a meeting more than 100%, that's more than 1,000 votes right there. Because so far, I was the only one who didn't have voting right in that gallery. So the other people that have voting right, the people when they get 3 girlfriend, who they will make sure they vote for Koga. So all those things that parents who you're laughing, like parents and things who they gave, who they support, they will make sure to support that person, and everybody express their view. More than 10%, especially men, they express their fear of what is happening now. And the VP said, when you do what you want to do from your heart, and the consequence is not what you expect, God can use that to elevate you. That's your only fear, then you please help me. Let's vote for the senator. So some of the people that they are writing out of frustration. When we're coming from Tabata that night, we left from Tuan because after they lunch, we went to Tuan to go eat. And we're coming around like 10, 11, we got you a dish. So, many times I said it to myself. I said, so if we are there that night, this thing will be say our spirit, because they say spirit can be roomy around where will be roomy hearing these things. So some people saying those things out of frustration because they hasn't broken. Because I just April 22nd we're talking about. Some of y'all saw me. All that long I've been in Nima County working across the country. I have never been to Sokipa before. It was my daddy campaign to me to Sokipa. I have never been to Pentogbagle. I have never been there before.
Was it your intention to support Honorable Koga?
The person, the VP. I just explained that to you now.
Was it your intention for you to?
Junior, listen to what I said. You can answer your question. So some people are writing out of frustration now because they are simply writing to support Vice President Kun or to fight for Vice President Kun. They are expressing that frustration. When we went to Kentucky, that's a very bad road. Every quarter you need to face your own road. We went to that place, the road bad, the hill, like you going up Nima Mountain and coming down. We went there and we found the protocol put in the VP say you should stop. If you don't go, let the other people go. He said no. When the other people go, the message will not be as heavy as it will be when I'm there. And we went as far as do they.
Lorraine, let me hold you there for a second. Yeah, let me hold you there for a second. Why you made those great points. Let me add something. There's some historical factor.
Okay.
Honorable Koga also on record supported VP Kun. Okay, and there is a post that a VP himself made once, and he posted he and Honorable Koga when they went to Nima game, and he was telling him thank you. He said, Honorable Koga, my big brother, I heard you on the radio station. I forgot the name. You endorsed me. I appreciate that, and all that stuff. Now, this is not the first time, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Honorable Koga has been known historically for supporting the Unity Party, the current president, and all that stuff. So I think if we just go down that route, this is the same thing that Honorable Koga said when he was in a conflict, not conflict, whatever it was. He was saying that he said, the example was, when you give someone food when they are hungry, and then every little thing you and that person do, you go and say, oh, I made you. I give you, oh, I'm hungry, I give you food. I'm hungry, I give you food. I'm hungry, I give you food. And then that also defeats the purpose. You cannot, he has the right to disagree, right? He has the right to disagree with his brother, regardless of the time, even if it's just 1 month ago, 2 months ago. If things are not going right, he has the right to disagree with that. And he has to also say things. But when he's saying those things, and then we resort to, man, we're regretting my vote. I regret my vote. Why I voted for this person? We need to take our vote back. This is exactly what we said. Now, let me add another thing to it. The VP is also on record.
I get a contract to it.
He also on record, or allegedly, saying that we needed 2 types of senators in Liberia, in Nimba, I mean. We needed a diplomatic senator, and we needed a vocal senator up there who will go and speak for us. Everybody knows Koga. Everybody knows Honorable Koga very well. Everybody knows he doesn't hold things back. He expresses himself when he decided for. So everybody knew that, and everybody knew who they were voting for. So I just think it's a disservice to him, his office, the people. There are other people who voted for Koga, Honorable Koga. It's not just the VP supporters. So if we just say because of this, because of that, Honorable Koga, is still early, don't say anything. We may disagree with the way, like you said, the audience. I have to agree with you. We may disagree with the way in which he conveyed those messages, but just putting everything together and saying, you know what, Honorable Koga, we are, because that's what Tuan saying in his post. I know he also said that he does his own thing. He got his own office, people voted for him, but you can't divorce him from the VP office. In his post, if I paraphrase, he said, Jerry will tell you this, or we told you this. You never listen to us, or see what happening now with this. So my point is, while we all agree that things should be settled in the right way, but we have to look at it from a holistic standpoint. We cannot play the blame game and keep using that same route as far as
So what I'm saying, I'm not trying because you people are saying.
I'll give you all the time you want. I'll give you all the time you want.
People are saying no, they still call me to talk now. So let me end. People are, what I'm saying is people are saying people from the vice president cycle or people supporting are writing, which means they are responding to Senator Kun or Senator Koga. So I'm saying their responses are not because they are trying to defend the VP or fight for the VP. They are also expressing their own feelings because of the campaign what they went through as well. And I can say that to the senator, because for example now, I haven't been to Kentucky, never been to Dule, but I was out. We came from Campley like 12 a.m. coming back to San Nicolas. So if I am somebody, though I will not write what other people writing, they'll be clear. And I will call him, I better call him to tell him what is right, what is not right, what should be done. But I would think and say, but what did I go to do up that hill, going down the hill, coming up the hill? Just to spread a message. I went to Kala. I among all the women, the woman in the Kunsaka, like went to Kala for the endorsement, and he was happy. I got a video. When he saw me, I didn't think I was going, but I made him and did to go there. Even my mom, I forced my mom to carry a whole gang there. I got a video. He was happy. He said, "Oh, Mama, you came?" I'm like, "Yes, I have to come." So people could be in fact, people are expressing their own feelings, maybe that disappointment, but it's not that they are fighting for the vice president or defending the vice president. That's why I wanted to say. That's why I'm making those points. Because if you're in a car with me and I was coming from Tapatan that night, you could be somebody who will go on Facebook to write those things that some people writing because if we have accident. So what I would say to my nephew, my son, and my senator is that the audience is wrong. You may have some good point, but just take it to your brother in house. Crazy, just give me a chance. Just take it to your brother in house. I'm not dismissing his claims or whatever, but I think the audience is wrong. It is the audience that people would just call you. I've been talking to you like a son. Like the answer you can call me. People would just call you 3-4 months ago or a mad jumper of their ballet. These are people who are hearing you when you made one post, you made one thing, they can put big quotation mark and share 150 times. The people that are sharing you, if you look 4 months back or 6 months back and see the people that are sharing you, now the people who are opposing you, you should know that they're pushing you further, so that they can laugh at you again tomorrow. You may have some points, but just change your audience, just change your strategy. Don't change your goal. If your goal is to whatever, don't change it. Don't never change your goal, your objective. But what you must always change your strategy, your approach, and your audience. Because sometimes it will not work. Because Christopher Van interview you, when I give you what you won't get from the government. Damos Slegger from a Spoon interview when I'm whoever, even if it was Jonathan Pedede, when I get you what you want to get. So you need to change your audience, your strategy, and your approach. And I will close by saying most of the people who are writing, they are not writing on behalf of the VP. They are just expressing their own hurt, their hurt, maybe their regret, because of the butchers we pass in. Some people were in the bush for 42 days. So that's what I would like to say.
Thank you. Mr. Denny Drop. I hope that
Chris, after you finish, what you putting your hand over?
I'm not mention my name, so I want to say clarity that Becky just a minute.
Chris, I beg you. Let's
just a minute. I beg you, please, Dion. I said it's
Yeah, we'll come
Um,
to you, Chris. We will come to you, but Mr. Dennis, I think see you can get to him. Mr. Dennis, like he joined us back to make his point there shortly. He's here.
Yeah.
We coming
Yeah,
back.
Chris, we'll come to you. I beg you, Chris. We
Hey,
will
Chris, wait.
definitely. Dennis, welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you got to make your point. I know your network is giving problems. So go ahead, Chief.
No, I mean, just to summarize, I want to maintain what I stated previously. Um, I mean, we are looking at what is right or who is right or wrong. What has been said from both bases, from the VP side, from Senator Kuka side. By the end of the day, people will disagree, especially on governance issue. People will disagree. They will debate. They will dialogue. But the way forward is reconciliation. You reconcile and force the agenda of the country forward. You can't continue to fight. You can't continue, to take a side. I mean, individually, they all have their own political alliances. But at the end of the day, uh, for the common good of the country, they have to come on, together to forge the developmental agenda of the country. So it's not about who is right or who is wrong, what the VP camp say or what Senator Kuka camp say. You know, at the end of the day, the common denominator that will suffer, the most is Nimba. What we can do is not about what has been done incorrectly, but what we can do to avoid those, that we have done, that we did wrong. What we can do to avoid reoccurrence of those and setting, the right pace and the right tune moving forward is the best thing to do. You know, there are general concerns from both sides. Some people will say, okay, the senator did not come to talk to us. He went straight to the media. He went straight to social media platform. Other people will say, okay, uh, people only discussing the senator reaction because it was something that prompted his reaction. People only discussing his reaction, but what led to his reaction is not being discussed. So all of those concerns are genuine ones. But at the end of the day, how long can we go on? We can't keep on going, back and forth on the same thing. The best way forward is we take a decision, go in house, resolve it, in the best interest of the county, in the best interest of the country. Mind you, the basis are discussing the way in which they want to discuss, but at the end of the day, we're losing on taxpayer dollars. Senator Yang is fighting, on behalf of the county, on behalf of the citizens of the counties, especially in terms of, the agreement with Asilomita. Those are fights that the entire legislative caucus of the county focus supposed to be on for that fight to be sustained, that the county gets its fair share of the natural resources of the county that is being exploited by Asilomita. So those are fights, when it's on and you rally. I've for a fact, I'm one person who see this entire thing as a distraction to the Asilomita fight. I see it as a distraction because there are general concerns that Senator Yan is pushing, and Senator Coker also has a lot of general concerns. But at the end of the day, we can't keep on fighting. It's not about what the VP camp is saying, what the senator is saying. The message, the tuning of the message may be wrong, but the message is right. So the best way forward here is for a dialogue and move forward to other things in the best interest of the county. That's my view tonight, and pretty much, that has been one of my views. When it comes to the issue of the late senator school and his property, I don't want to comment on that because that's an in-depth thing that have to do with family. The government may come out and offer. The senator being one of the guardians that the late senator left in charge, Senator Koga being one of the person that the late senator left in charge of his family, he could come up with a suggestion or an idea, provided if the kids and the wife buy into his suggestion. Like during his clarification process, he maintained, and every time he stated, he maintained, this is not me saying, this is what the kids decided, this is what the wife decided, this is what they are saying. So he had been playing a role he had been playing a role of a mediator, trying to mitigate the situation in the best interest of the children and the family and the wife. So he has not been a deciding factor to say, okay, this is what I want, or imposing what he wants. He only made a suggestion based on what I understood from him. So, and at the end of the day, it boiled down to what the family wants, what they decide. If that's what they want, he willing to, to help them to facilitate that process. So, the best way forward here is we reconcile the differences, forge what is best in the interest of Liberia and in the interest of Nima. That's my point. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Denny. I hope that today or tonight will not be your last time appearing on the platform. You will be coming more frequent.
Not at all.
I'll drag that man every day. Don't worry.
Okay, great. So Mana Lorena spoke on so many things, and Chris want to say one thing to it. Today we sit in a chair of Mana Lorena. We want to take 30 seconds because you always take 30 seconds. So we got to take 30 seconds of our time today to say what we want to say. Now, Chris, before you come in, the reason why Vice President Kun supported Senator Koga, there are a lot of factors. Number one, in 2023, Senator Koga supported this Unity Party-led government. Number two, the president told the vice president, I don't know how you want to put that, but the president told the vice president, go support Koga. Why? They used Koga to fight a fight that no man could afford it and win. And Koga did that fight for the Unity Party, and he won. You see, he won. So at that time when Koga was fighting to remove a speaker, he was a good man. He was so nice. Nima people didn't call him out to say, Senator Koga, you are so bad. But he fought that fight. He won. Now that he's trying to make himself relevant in the county, and we are saying that
is he not already relevant as a senator? He's already relevant. He doesn't have to get fight before he becomes relevant.
Listen, Mana Lorena, Senator Koga said some things. You can't be a senator that you have not made anybody. You think that's fair? That you were saying
how long you been senator that you have not made anybody? A point who now where? A point where? No, a point where,
let me make my point now. You think you will be a senator that you cannot make recommendation for appointment? And you think people will take you serious? You think when Senator Koga go in your booth right now? Let me finish. You think when Senator Koga go in your booth right now and stand before the youth, the women, the elders, and say, I am your senator, you think they will listen to him? You think as a son of District 5, you think I'm satisfied with Senator Koga leadership? Or you think we do not deserve Ministry of Education scholarship to travel? You think we do not deserve Deputy Minister position? We do not deserve ministerial position? We got men in that district that went to school, not only District 5, but other districts across.
That approach will not give it.
Somebody will say the vice president does not have the appointing power. Yes, he doesn't. But any appointment that comes from Nima County, there must be consultation with him. That's what makes the leadership to be collaborative between he and the president. So that thing, they running your running around. You say y'all went to, I don't know, Kentucky, this and that. Senator Koga did that fight too. He needs to sleep at the hotel in the night. People need to call him to tell me.
I'm not trying to say the people who writing it, they writing because their own right. That's why I want you to understand. They're not fighting for the VP.
So
that's why I want you to
writing those things. Those who writing those things, my disappointment in them is when you reach the age of 18.
We need to separate them. We need to treat them as a whole individual instead of thinking, they're doing it for the vice president. That's what I'm trying to say.
Let me come to them now. Let me come to them. Those people who writing that thing, The reason why they say you should reach the age of 18 before voting, that is because you have the knowledge. You are mature enough to make your decision. It is so sad enough that in Liberia, somebody will say, let's go to this side. Let's vote for this person when you know that the person is not right or the person is not capable. I come when you know that the person is not capable. What kind of lobbying is that? What kind of lobbying when you know that this person is not competent? Then you agree to that kind of lobbying. As a sound-minded person, and after you agree, you succumb to that thing, then you come back on face where you think will take you serious. We will not. Nobody will take you serious. So if the vice president could come to me, Junior, and say, let's go to run campaign in Kentucky at 12 p.m. in the night, and I know that Senator Koga doesn't fit for that position, why do you think I will go to risk my life for that? I'm too mature enough. That's why I'm over 18. You're missing the whole thing. No, I'm not missing it here. Because you got agreed. You said, yes, I'm going. Some of you didn't want to vote for Senator Koga, but you said the vice president lobby with you and you agreed. So agree to whatever Senator Koga
inequality in America is allowed to lobby, is allowed to push your interest. But witnessing the Liberia is a primitive thing. Why won't you don't think that way? It is allowed.
I agree with you that it is allowed. Yes, I agree. But when you allow this thing to happen, why not just continue with it? Why come and cry? For me, I would refer to that cry.
You know, you're being very biased, and I hope nobody will take your action against the platform, because if the senator is saying something or writing something, those people who are in the bushes with him who feel that he shouldn't have gone that way, and they come to write something like, oh, we have known. Why? How is it the vice president's fault? It is not the vice president's fault.
That is sitting with the VP. If you want to get a VP too, the way president to the other too. So they are going to say it too, right?
Yeah, if anybody supports the VP and they say political war is not in heaven and you're not getting what you want, go to the VP, writing up and not solve the problem. That's what I said. Don't change your goal and your objective, but change your strategy, your approach, and your audience. Chris, I'm saying it over and over. I want to get like arguing, but that's it right here. And I told Senator Koga for 2 months. I told you the same thing. Strategy, approach, and the audience. Once they not change, we not achieve what you want.
Yeah, okay.
Go, Chris. You didn't support Koga. Now you support the honorable man today because he's doing what you want him to do as a citizen. So you should honor. You should see the people that clapping for him now. See the thing reflect on the people that were insulting 6 months ago, and then take a new direction and say, okay, my intent is right. Let me change the strategy. Let me change the audience. Let me change the approach. And see whether you will not achieve his goal. And you talk about appointment. The senator became senator in April. But then they have made up appointments in this government. How you will say they not give full chance to appointment?
Not all. They tell people in the government whether the majority even spoke. And not all. This is an issue, right? This is an issue. We need to be fair. I can't tell you.
14-year-old girl. I already gone up there. Who knows if a strategy was different? Who knows?
Chris, wait, so wait. Before, Chris, 1 second before you come in at me, I always like to make some comments here. Since Lorena said something about when the honorable man took over, but then all the appointments have been made, which was late. So my question to her is, what happened to Booyah? What happened to District 5? When the appointment was being made, did they factor in other people from other areas, or they were waiting on the senator to be? So I don't think that argument flies.
I don't think they were waiting. We are saying District 7. We can say besides Anthony Myers, we don't have anybody with all the votes we get. We can also say, but the way we say it, we say like in gathering with the people, we say you let wait when the reshuffle take place. Let's see what will happen. But not to put in our go on radio for. And I know you understand what I'm saying. The audience and the strategy have to be changed. That's all. They should find.
But
In fact,
here's
everybody
the
should
thing,
just
though.
settle.
Here's
Let me
the
know.
thing. I mean, you. I mean, those are your concerns. But at the end of the day, the senator is also a politician. You cannot
Yeah.
decide on how he should approach a particular situation. The best way he think that he can gain the necessary authority attention to resolve that situation, that's the approach he took. So you can't
Well,
compare
that's
him,
it.
you can't compare him to take an approach that
No,
you will feel best suited, Then here's another thing. He has several concerns. So to just narrow his concern to employment or people not being employed, then will be a disservice, because he has always been very vocal and he always speak to issues of concern. And like I said, either side, there are general concerns and challenges raised by by the other side or by the senator. At the end of the day, the way forward is not about how the situation were approached or how he reacted. What prompted the reaction is a question that needs to be answered. But to avoid the back and forth, the best way forward is to go to a round table to discuss, dialogue, and move forward.
All right.
now you agree with me. That's what I'm saying. The strategy need to be changed.
Let me know a point.
But
Yeah. Let me know a
radio
point.
talk will not solve the problem, Nima. Radio talk will not solve it.
Yeah, so let me know a point, then we'll close now.
That you the
I will end to what Lawrence spoke on. Is that true that was in the Kuga to all the points have been made? Is that true? It is false and misleading. Again, do you see me? More than 7. So why would you come to platform and say what's in the
name them so we can know the monster. Name them the theory.
We lied. To where Dog Cooper was to Minister of Commerce. Someone went there. The guy who just raped. Someone went there. And not just something now. I will continue to ARA, the minister. So why would you come on the platform and say, oh, all your power man? When the minister I come in, there's someone who just pointed the ECOWA, right? So we're in the government, they just put the ECOWA. So why would you say, oh, all the power was made? It wasn't true. A point still going on. The DA, right? Recently, right? What happened to the record you brought up? Mutual still. What happened? Mutual portfolio. These are factual information. It's not for me. I will provide information out there. But how be it? To send a Kuga issue. It was that Kun that made Kuga contest on that ticket. It was not VP. He was forced. I repeat. I come in. He said he consulted other people. He said Kuga wasn't a rebel candidate. That's why I said so. You say other people that Kuga going to fight you back. You will bring different. Yeah. Say Lorena, you say when you meet with a man, other people say
Chris. Then talk about ticket.
Chris.
Yeah, so the VP, it wasn't a one that recommended Kuga contest over there. The VP only forced and compare. I repeat, he was forced and compared by the president because Senator Kuga had been with the president in 2017. He stood with VP Bwakarata. He continues up to 2023. He been with the President Bwaka. So Bwaka think there was an opportunity to pay him back. It was how he told Kun. I'm quoting what happened. I'm not looking information from the system. So the VP were forced to support Kun Kuga. The VP were forced to support Kuga. They wanted their own decision to support Kuga, but the president, he was under pressure for Bwaka. That Bwaka said Kuga is an interest in Nima. It has nothing to do, but he was forced to support Kuga in Nima. It was heart to determine who's contesting Nima. Kuga. We are fair to it.
Chris, sorry not to call you, gentlemen. I beg, ladies and gentlemen, I beg to leave. I got a conference call that I got to jump on, in the next 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No problem, Danny. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Then thank you. In the next power talk, say VP don't get appointment power. Agree. But you have recommended her wife sister to went to Mr. Thomas. When you
it is true, but
yeah, I come in now. He recommended her wife sister to went to Commerce. And he recommended other people. But when it comes to Kuga, he said other men don't have power. But his surroundings,
Now the immunity to the job. Koga is a politician. I repeat, you cannot determine what Koga says and where to say it. He knows the audience. Koga knows the audience, and that's what he's doing. And he keep approaching it. So the issue here is, I don't want people to say, oh, VP Kun, who carry Koga, no, it was President Bwaka. So they were forced, the Unity supporter in Nima were forced, the VP Kun were forced and compare to support Koga in Nima.
Thank you. We are out of time, Chris. We are definitely out of time.
You Chris, the whole day you talk.
I didn't say VP Kun made him to run on the ticket. I didn't say that. I said the VP said if it had been PYG, he would just go on the radio and say, this is my candidate, he would leave it here. Or because VP Kun knows he doesn't have that grace yet, so he called us for a dialogue. That's what I said, number one. And even if the person has said, y'all go support Kun, y'all go support Koga, who was in the bushes with in Nima, it was in the president. And number two, why it is true that the VP doesn't have appointing power, I didn't measure anything about appointing power tonight. I said, do you know what I'm talking about appointment? I said the president, you can't be senator, you can't appoint. I said, president in the first senator does not appoint. And number two, why it is true you could make a recommendation for appointment when the senator took over in April, was certificated in May. No, there was no appointment going on except for replacement. In the case of Prince or when the senator, the first thing the deputy RG is from Buyao, right? Only member, where you from?
I don't know. You tell
yeah, I don't know, but if you're not so get it wrong, I'm not may not be exactly
almost 3 days crazy. Be aware.
Yeah, so listen now. So the vice president said if he got a minor person to recommend, because why? So that it can't be confusion or disenchantment. Honorable Cooper is a minor man and resigning from that post. So he said you will prefer a minor person, and that's what the president said. And our one or two person who knew was sent for that position. And with both of the current RG mentor and myself, and we are all from man. And I want to explain to him. So if you have listen now, GMJ, and the issue the rape case that I got out there, I'm gonna say Anthony who got out there that is happy. It just happened in September. When the whole crowd was going, so like I said, once the strategist is not unique to Senator Koga, but once you want to achieve something, sometimes when you start a particular strategy and you see it's not working, it's not going to give you results, just change our strategy to a different approach. You still got that same goal, but just change your strategy and see what will happen. And for me, I'm talking to my son, my nephew, Senator Koga. Do not mind the people that are clapping for you today, because 80% people that are clapping for you and hearing you today, back in February and March, they describe you as a demon. They describe you as all kinds of things. Today they are how you call it? They are calling it 101 because they feel that you are doing what they want them to do to bring conflict in the country. Don't mind them. Who support you? And they're telling you, say, keep your strategy. That's why I say, and those who writing, they're not writing for the VP or on behalf of the VP, they're expressing their own right because of the budget they went into just to see the result. That's what I would say. And Koto and Tuna, they do not work in the office of the vice president, and whatever they say, we must deal with them as lawmakers that will send them to represent us, and the want to deal with them as
Thank you so much.
They show no more time.
The show is over. But one thing I would say is, if you want to write in your own name, right? As I'm sitting here, anything I do reflect on the CEO, Alvin Seka. So if I go to the Facebook page, to my Facebook page and say,
so the way you say they will keep fighting, reflect on him.
No, listen now. If I go to my Facebook page, and say see you having second, you put me in 18 year old, and I wanted to do it, then it means that I am writing because of him. So people will attack me. You don't expect us to say Donald Guy is writing for himself when he go on Facebook and say, Vice President, could you push her into this when I told you that we shouldn't do it this way? No. And I want to
They know that one wanted to contest. You know, you wanted to contest too in the VP. I can name 7 persons who wanted to contest the VP. Talk to all of them. Only one of them did not agree, and he contested. 6 agree.
Let me say.
No one of them. No one said no. You.
When you go there?
We can go, but I'm telling you what happened. I know where you can go. That's why we're talking this.
It has been a really good show. I appreciate all of you. We should be here again tomorrow. Hopefully, we might have someone from the ANC, and hopefully he will bring on Madam Marina to join the ANC back because he told.
That one I remember. Iowa, she was behind me with ANC business.
ANC.
SEO.
But now I'm a Kunis. Yes, I'm a Kunis.
So, Jeremy, I'm ending the show. We can discuss.
We need